Hello, everybody. Did you do it?
Yeah, I did.
Is this a thing? Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Midlevel Crisis. We are an actual play D&D group. We play every other Sunday between now 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, every other week. Huge shout out to the homies, the sponsors, Band of Badgers. They are a YouTube and Twitch group. They play a variety of different role-playing games, D&D, Pathfinder, Starfinder, other cool things. Yep. If you are a content creator and would like another platform to advertise your product or your channel on, they are constantly having new features every session. Ryan there has been on it himself. I will be appearing April 27th. Doing some cool stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it is, but there's some awesome stuff there. Definitely check them out. They're streaming all the time now. Thursdays, Sundays. Ryan, what were the other days you're playing now?
Every day, I think.
Every day?
Dave's in the chat. Dave, go ahead and what days you guys streaming? Every day now, right? Except for I think Mondays? No, Monday's your painting one. I don't remember now.
They're painting on Mondays. That sure is dedication and worth checking out if you ask me, don't you think? Yep. Okay, yeah. Also, the initiative order.
He said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So every day except Saturday because you need a day to rest.
For the boys. Saturday is for the boys. So you remember that meme? Y'all remember 2017?
No, I remember the Budweiser, what's that?
Yeah, that's
goodbye, our viewers.
Viewer. Dave might take around for a minute. Yeah, Dave's in the chat from Band of Badgers. Check them out. They are awesome. They are super accommodating. They are the homies. Moving along, also the initiative order. They're a Discord community that focuses entirely on member involvement. They're on various tabletop role-playing games every month. They have a handful of game masters. Super involved community. My phone is constantly blowing up with notifications, and I got to turn that off. I don't know how. Really awesome group of people. Definitely check them out. And last, and probably least, is Session Zero Clothing. They're pretty cool, but the owner of Session Zero hates puppies and chocolate milk. So if those mean anything to you at all, then don't check them out. But you can use the code CRISIS to get 10% off your whole order. They make D&D inspired clothing. They work with various different artists and post them on the website. No one here is wearing a Session Zero shirt. Hey, Ryan, do you by chance have one with you? You could show off this cool swag. Hey, no. What a cool shirt. I wish I was wearing it.
Dean put his on for like 4 minutes and then took it off. Is it hot there, Dean?
I got really hot.
So they're cool too.
Not cool, hot.
Oh, sorry. You want to look hot, you should wear the clothes. Yeah. If you're not hot, you wear clothes, you will be. Hey, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons now.
Are we?
We'll find out. So last time we left our group, they had just subdued the mischievous, to say the least, tavern keeper Alrin, as they suspect him of many evil doings that have been going around town. They are currently hiding out deep in the forest. They've taken turns keeping watch. Some precarious things went on in the night that Zephyrin chose to ignore. She enjoyed her slumber. Currently, Elodius, being the only member of the group awake, sees some torches off in the distance and the murmurs of voices as they grow nearer. The rest of you are all sleeping. Elodius, you are passed out. Deep within this hollowed out tree is their comrade Info, who is this strange informant who had helped them kind of get to where they are, and a subdued Alrin who had been tied up in rope that we apparently had the whole time. So, Elodius, as you are the only member of the group awake, what would you like to do?
All right. Can I tell any numbers of the approaching people at all?
They're off in the distance. They're merely, all you see right now is kind of the glow of orange. You can see those torches. You can kind of hear the murmur of voices. You can't really distinguish exactly how many, but it does seem to be a group. As I said, the further you go into the forest, kind of the thicker the trees are, the thicker the brush. So there's a lot of shrouding your view, your perception.
They seem to be coming like straight my direction.
They're not beelining for you by any means, but they are coming into your general vicinity.
Okay.
They're heading towards you, but as far as you can tell, they're not gunning for you. They're not like, there's that guy. They're just walking in your general direction. And it is currently, like I said before, it's about 2 a.m. at this point. You're all well rested. However, due to it being late at night, you guys are doing the responsible thing and not messing up your sleep schedules and sleeping through it.
Right.
Proud of you guys.
Is anyone snoring really loud?
Oof. Hey, do any of you have a history of snoring? The fish people probably not.
Probably Zephyrin.
Yeah, probably Zephyrin, honestly.
Yeah, it turns out that's not her voice. That's just a congestional thing.
Just really bad sinuses all the time.
It's because she doesn't have real sinuses, really. She's got, like...
Which is why I don't think you guys would, like, snore through here, like, shoo, 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 shoo. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
Need to invest in a fantasy dehumidifier.
Yeah. It's just a gnome in the side of you going... But,
Dane, did you mean to say dehumidifier, or did you mean a sleep apnea machine?
No, she doesn't need a CPAP.
Okay.
She needs something to, like...
I want to make sure.
We need something to make the air wetter so that it feels like we're back underwater.
She needs a rehumidifier.
Yeah,
she doesn't
humidifier.
She doesn't need a Darth Vader mask.
So yeah, I'm with Ryan. Are we playing D&D, or are we just talking about?
No. So how was your week? What'd you guys do?
Anybody feeling congested right now? It's weird times we're in.
Yeah, I am.
That's why you took the sweater off.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so
I thought this song was in on. Go on.
First thing is I'm gonna wake up Zephyrin so her snoring doesn't attract the people.
All right.
And then
that's canon now. Zephyrin
snores.
Zephyrin snores.
Zephyrin snores real loud. I'm gonna wake up Zephyrin so her snoring doesn't attract bad guys.
I had a real hard time with that sentence.
What do you want?
So there's people coming. We need to stay stealthy, which you don't need to go anywhere. You just need to stop making noise. Now.
A zipper and then a key.
We threw off the zipper handle and it can't open.
You can't fix that now. You're screwed.
Gotta go find it later.
Yeah. Okay. That is a spell, by the way. That's the only component. Yeah.
Silent spell.
I wish.
Then I wake up Kadaj so he can be sneaky and we can go up to these people.
Yeah, we need our rogue to go sneak up there.
Yeah,
I'd just like to clarify for everybody, as it is not clear at this point. Kadaj is not a rogue. No one is a rogue. But we've pretty much given that role to Kadaj.
Rangers are dex based. Like, who has a higher dex to mirror him?
Yeah, but I mean, like, warlocks are charisma based, and I wouldn't really get them to calm down a crowd.
Depends on the warlock.
You could, like, knock out a crowd. That would calm them down pretty fast.
He's got the best stealth.
You wanted everyone quiet. That's all you said.
It's calm in a permanent
calm.
sense.
Yeah. All right. Elodius, you wake up Kadaj and Zephyrin, so you've kind of chosen Kadaj to go check it out.
I mean, I figured I would go with him, but like, I figured two people going is better than one person going, and then like getting stabbed by a group of people all at once.
Thank you for volunteering me to also be jointly stabbed.
Yeah, if there's two of us, that means there's half as many people stabbing each of us. That's way better odds.
Yeah, if he gets 20 stab wounds or 10, like...
Yeah, that's
I might survive
right there.
10.
True.
I won't survive 20.
Yeah. Your cleric is just like, you gotta stop doing this.
No, Zephyrin doesn't care.
All right, so you're leaving Salazar and Eddie and Info and Alrin all at rest?
Yeah, they'll be fine. I mean, Zephyrin could wake them up if she feels like it.
I don't know why I said Eddie and not Rob, but yeah. Hey, that's who you are, though. So there we go. All right, so you awake Kadaj and Zephyrin. Zephyrin, you have a small conversation. Kadaj, you are now awoken by Elodius. Elodius, what do you say to Kadaj?
There's some people coming. They don't seem to be coming straight here, but maybe we should sneak over and see if we can hear what they want, what they're doing.
Can I look over and see if I can see like the torchlight that was like mentioned before, like at least in the direction that he said he was pointing?
Yeah, so it's through your tired haze, you can kind of see this faint, like multiple orange glows in the distance.
So I don't say a word just because I think, knowing to be like quiet and discreet means not making more noise than you have to. So
time for words is over.
So yeah, so I kind of like get ready, and like stealthily start kind of heading in that direction, look to Elodius and be like,
You tell him to steal second?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna steal second.
Okay. All right. So you guys get up. Zephyrin, you're not. What is the conversation you have with Zephyrin as the two of you get up as you prepare to walk towards? Oh, I guess you just told Zephyrin to stay still.
Yeah. Just be awake, but don't make noise.
Hey, shut up. We're going. Cool. Okay. So the two of you start walking towards them. Do you guys want to roll stealth in roll 20?
Sure. I got a 19.
I'm in D&D Beyond right now.
13.
13. Okay.
Terrible rogue.
I should have just went out myself. Why did I wake up this rogue?
So you start kind of sifting through the tree lines, kind of hiding behind them as you draw closer. About how close would you want to get to them? Just close enough where you can start to hear conversation, or are you trying to look for faces? What is it you're trying to do at this point?
I'm trying to gauge how many of them there are. Because especially Elodius had mentioned that they're not like heading towards us, at least that we could tell. So just trying to kind of gauge like the size of the group.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to see the whites of their eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. What a terrifying way to describe that. So you start sifting through. You gauge a rather significant distance, but you can start to form what looks to be about 9 to 10 people. What do you do with this information?
Where does it look like they're heading?
As you can gauge, each of them is kind of like looking around left to right. They're not really conversing with one another. They're just kind of searching for something, from what you can tell at a first glance.
So it doesn't seem like it's like a routine like patrol kind of thing. Like it seems like this is out of the ordinary. Like they have a purpose, kind of.
Yeah.
Do they look like they might be members of the church?
One of them is the acolyte. I learned that word. I'm trying to remember what to call them. That you had seen previously with Alrin. But the other acolyte is not there.
So they're not here for good things.
Are you saying the church is bad, Kyle?
Probably.
All right. So you can assume that it's related to any of the things that Alrin might have been up to previously. So it's the same acolyte that you saw in the forest that was presumably one of the ones that dropped Aura's body down the staircase, and also previously was helping at the ceremony for the people lost at sea.
Man, the urge to cast sleep again.
So what is it you guys do want to do? Kadaj, you see this familiar face as well as a couple people that you had seen kind of around town. It's definitely people from Thalen's Hearth.
Well, 10's more than 2, so don't want to engage that crowd. Sorry. So I kind of look back to Elodius to be like, well, what do we do?
Sneaking.
So you're gonna sneak towards them, try to get closer. What is it you want to? What's the purpose here? What do you want to gain?
I kind of just want to keep distance, but see if they head towards the other people. So see if we'll have to worry about anything, or see if they might just skirt past it.
Okay. So as you continue to follow them, you notice that they're somewhat wavering from the path that you had taken. But as you continue to follow them, everybody just stops. One of the people up at the front holding one of the torches leans down and starts kind of fiddling with some debris on the ground, like a twig or a leaf. It's hard to tell from the distance you have. As he turns back and he says, "The trail runs dry here." And he just looks to everybody else. It's like, "We'll continue in the morning. We'll find the people who did this to Alrin. We'll find the ones who burned down his tavern. Get some rest, go back to your homes." And so they all start making their way back. So they missed the group entirely, but you do know that they are searching for you at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And they just turned around and went back?
They're just like literally just townsfolk. Whoever is up at the front is obviously something else, but it's like the acolyte who I said before is just like a young, like late teens, early 20s. Everybody else is just literally just some cook, some blacksmith, some other person who works around town. So Elodius and Kadaj, they start heading back towards the way they come. Start murmuring to each other softly. What do you guys do?
I mean, probably go back to chilling. I guess we could wake everyone up and see what they want to do at this point.
I mean, I think first probably like start heading back, and then once we're like out of earshot, be like, well, I mean, they're not actively looking for us now, so I think it's probably safe just to finish out the rest of the night. We can address the rest in the morning.
So, okay, you guys make your way back to your little settlement by the tree. You reconvene with Zephyrin as the glow starts to again dissipate into the background of the glow of the torches. The two of you are awake. You are you face to face with Zephyr now. The others are sleeping. What do you do?
I'll give Zephyrin a quick rundown of just they have a search party out looking for Alrin, and it seems like maybe we're being framed.
Like in a picture.
Oh no, like for a murder and arson.
Oh, is that normal to be framed for arson? There's no fire under the sea.
I mean,
but there are photographs.
Yeah, she knows what a picture is. There's artwork.
She like learned that her first day up.
Yeah.
Paint underwater, super disappointing. You're like, oh no.
What do you think watercolor is, Dylan?
Oh, my bad.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know the most about crime statistics, but yeah, framing for crimes is typically bad.
Well, who was trying to frame us?
The dude who was with Alrin. The one we put to sleep and then didn't pay attention to. The one I put to sleep and then didn't pay attention to.
The youngling?
Yeah.
Anakin, no.
Is that's what you call them?
Well, there wasn't a word for them before today, so.
Yeah, I don't know. They're called acolytes.
Well, it's possible that he's trying to frame us. Maybe he's just scared.
Well, he specifically said the words, "We'll get the people who did this to all written," something along those lines, at least. So,
yeah, the bard who writes poetry wasn't really paying attention to the exact wording of it.
Right, but we didn't set the fire.
I just want it to be known that while this is happening, I'm already getting back in my bedroll. Just like, whatever. They're not following us. They're just like,
I go sleep now.
Ronald's is going to sleep, and Lodi's just like, I already slept though.
Well, all right. So, Zephyrin, you now know that you guys are at least being considered for this crime. Elodius, you are staying awake. You're going back to sleep.
Well, Elodius is going to stay awake.
Kadaj?
Bed.
Zephyrin?
We've been asleep for over 8 hours at this. Well, I mean, Zephyryn's got extra sleep because she woke somebody up before her shift was over.
Yeah, Rob?
Yeah, okay. I think she's probably good. She'll probably wake up. Probably stay awake.
All right. And the rest of the group is still sleeping. Do you guys wake them up? They stay asleep?
Yeah. I mean, Kadaj went back to sleep. I guess Zephyrin assumes everybody else is still good to sleep, so...
Okay. So you guys just kind of stay and wait. Just kind of post up on a tree, waiting out, looking out, making sure your group is safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So about an hour passes. So it's deeper into the night at this point when the tree door starts to creak open. And out pops a little head, just info. Sticking it up. Is it safe to come out now?
I mean, sure.
I heard you talking. So you guys are the ones who burned down the tavern? They think you did it?
Yes, but you should know perfectly well that we didn't do it.
I mean, you all were there, so...
Except we weren't there. We literally have a man tied up from when he was not in the tavern. Remember when we were asking where he was and we left to go find him?
I'm just saying it sounds like a pretty good alibi. You know, go back in, save everybody, looks like you didn't do it.
You know what would also make it look like we didn't do it? If we weren't carrying around a hostage with us who had recently committed murder.
You raised some good points. We'll see. I got my eye on you. And he kind of like closes the door behind him and kind of like sits out at the tree line with you guys.
Info, how did you find this tree?
Oh, so there's this guy who comes and sleeps here sometimes. But I don't know, he hasn't been using it lately. So the old info's now.
Has he not been using it because you've been sleeping in it?
No, he has all these other issues. Don't worry about him. He's not coming back.
Is he dead?
Oh no, he's around here somewheres.
Okay.
He limited on ability to get places, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Yeah, people often don't. I feel like I'm speaking in these obscure riddles half the time, but no, he's just
Perhaps you should speak more clearly.
I don't know. We could probably find him. He's not moved too far from here.
Was it more clearly?
Do you mean that you've disabled a man?
Oh gosh, no! I would never. I'd take somebody's skin to gain their power, but not this guy's. He's pretty messed up. I feel like you're asking the same questions over and over again.
What happened to this guy?
I mean, he congeals into a floppy pile of nothing, and then, you know, some people draw the wrong hand. You know what I'm saying?
So he's a pile of goo?
I mean, and amongst other things.
Does he stop being a pile of goo?
Every now and then.
Like he goes back to being a normal person. Does he ever become a normal person?
Oh, what's normal, am I right? Like,
Okay.
This is a fish lady.
Normal,
You got goat legs.
okay, normal includes this general shape with like the 2 legs, and I guess centaurs, so sometimes 4 legs.
No, he's always just got the 2. It's just sometimes they don't work so good.
I guess wings can be normal too.
Nope, none of those.
So he keeps the normal person shape though.
I'd just like to say, at this point, Rob and Salazar, you've had well over 8 hours of sleep, and Info's talking quite obnoxiously next to you. If that's something that would otherwise wake you up, your characters would be awake. If you think you could sleep through that, you know your characters better than I do at this point.
I think Sal had walked away from the group and then like sat down
Yeah.
on like a stump or something and just fell asleep off on his own.
Yeah, but you're not too far from everybody. Like, you're still within, like...
What time is it?
It's like after 3 a.m. Because for some reason this fantasy world still goes by a 24-hour clock. So.
Probably still asleep.
Okay, cool.
I'm probably not. I'm probably knowing my character, he probably like it's super easy to wake him up at this point. And literally like he was like, "Oh, wake up!" And like the first thing he'll say is like, "It's like, what about goo? What?"
And I guess Kadaj, you're just kind of reluctantly sleeping.
I am trying my hardest to tune Info out so that I could sleep.
Kadaj's standard setting is just your default is just pretend Info's not there.
Yep.
So Info's just like, the man just turns into a congealed pile of goo until he doesn't, and then he goes in the tree for safekeeping, but not anymore because old Info got it. So
is he kind of like one of those werewolves you guys talked about before, but like goo?
a goo wolf? No, he's like a goo human.
Is he like a were-goo?
A gooman, if you will, but.
Gooman.
All right.
Is he...
Try to keep my composure with gooman. Sorry.
Is there anything like we should know about this goo man?
I mean,
I expect him to come here or something.
Not with that gooey leg of his, but.
I mean, you just told us that sometimes it goes back to normal.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's might come back. He might not. I don't know. I think he could be too far from he is.
Does anything you say have purpose?
Who's to say? I'm hoping the irony of why he's called Info has come to light at this point. But...
Wait, why?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, goo talk aside, what happened? Anything like new, or no suspicious activity at night or anything?
Well, I mean, somebody somewhere said something about you guys burning down a bar, which I think is a pretty bummer move. But
you mean the one that we saved all those people from?
Yeah, that one.
Why would we do that? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. What happened to the boat that you saved people from? You're always just inconspicuously there to save everybody.
Are you insinuating that we also were the reason the boat crashed?
I'm just insinuating something happens, and then you guys are there.
Yeah.
Okay. It just seems pretty convenient that in 2 days, 2 terrible things happen, and then all of a sudden you guys are there to help.
Hey, Info, weren't you at both those events?
You've given me a lot to think about.
Rob, so while you were sleeping, there were some people coming nearby. We left you sleeping. I took the sneaky one with me so we can see what was going on. One of the people that was with our friend in the tree here, one of the ones we put to sleep and then lost track of, they were leading a search party to find us, and very clearly stated that they blame us for whatever happened to Alrind and burning down the inn.
Do we even know what burned down the inn? I don't think we do, right?
No, we were dealing with stabbing someone.
Yeah, all right. Why would they? Okay, So we're being framed by the Alkalite guy, or what is it? That one guy.
Yeah.
From that cult or whatever. Okay. I'll open the little tree trunk thing, little door, and try to see if that one guy is still there.
Alrin?
Alrin?
Yeah, Alrin, that's it. Yep. That's the one.
Yeah, he's still there, bound and hazy from being knocked out and stabbed and committing seppuku on himself.
Yeah, he stabbed himself, so try not to make us feel too bad about that one.
Hey, who stabbed him through the foot so he
Oh, that
couldn't
was-
move?
Yeah.
That was Zephyr. Oh no, she poked the stab wound through the foot. I don't remember.
Yeah, no.
I think we were trying to torture
Salazar
him.
stabbed him through the foot, and then you like salted the wound.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Talking about you happy-go-lucky serial killers.
It's an underwater thing. You wouldn't get it.
Okay. All our wounds are already salted. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, all we have to do is, don't we have to just bring this clown to all the townsfolk, and they'll know that we, no, then they'll know we kidnapped him. Yep. Okay. No, that would mean, yep, that won't go well.
Yeah, this is definitely a bad look for us, but I mean, we'll figure something out.
I mean, I've dealt with worse, I think. Fuck.
Oh wait, not supposed to talk about that.
I
Want that
have
back in the vault.
Okay, so, see, the game plan was to go to Phase, but we can't just leave, Auron here, right? I mean, that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah,
Info just kind of pipes up like, well, somebody's got to guard my trunk. So if we're all going to clear our good names, then somebody has to make sure our old congeal guy doesn't come back. So
I don't think our prisoner is the right person to guard the tree.
maybe I'll stay behind. I don't know. What do you think, Fish? He looks over and, hey, where's our fish buddy?
Where's
Really? Yeah, my other fish buddy.
Oh yeah, where is Salazar?
he went off somewhere nearby, probably to sleep. I saw him walk away, but like, I wasn't.
Oh, way.
that
That's the
one.
opposite of where we are.
That's
Yes, it is.
correct.
Would there be like
Right.
any way to perhaps track him down? I don't know.
Track who down?
Sal. Like if we don't know where he is.
Does he snore?
So it's,
Is it a fish thing? Is it through the gills? And he's just kind of on a stump somewhere that he found. So,
But do we see that or just
I mean, you guys could just roll survival and.
all right, I'm gonna roll survival to try to find my buddy. Here we go.
Buddy
Oh, boy.
pal.
Yeah. Oh, my survival's a 0 plus. Okay. Well, let's see. I guess a 3. Good. That's
I
oh.
got a 21 for finding the guy sleeping slightly outside of our camp circle.
Nice. So,
That does it.
Yeah, I got
and he
a
kneels
7.
down and starts feeling the twigs, or Rob kneels down and starts feeling the twigs, and it's just like, it's too moist in the air here. We can't possibly track him. And then you're like, oh no, there he is. So,
Okay. Well, we found him. Is he still sleeping?
presumably, yeah, he's undisturbed by you guys talking, and he's just slightly off in the distance.
Okay. Somebody go wake up Sal. I don't want anyone alone with No, I don't want the guy to be alone. Alrin. I don't want Alrin to be alone. I got this. Nailed it.
I mean, Kadaj is with him.
Kadaj is sleeping.
I mean, there's
Very
a
asleep.
whole bunch of us right there still.
Oh, I thought he was
Yeah.
awake. That's my bad. All right. Someone wake Kadaj up too.
Maybe awake, but he's pretending to sleep at the very least.
All right. So
Just
I'm gonna
laying
find
there
out.
like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Good.
He said he was tuning info out.
Doing my
Right.
best.
I'm just gonna shake Kadaj's shoulder. You're like, Kadaj, wake up, Kadaj, Kadaj.
Why?
Oh, okay. I guess I don't know. We're being framed, Kadash. Kadash.
I was I was
He doesn't
there.
know that.
I was. Is there anything new that's happened, or can I go back to sleep?
Oh gosh, so much. So, anyways, I was telling this story about this guy. Turns into goo. Craziest thing you ever seen.
Zephyr starts walking away towards Salazar.
Yeah, you go check out the fish friend.
Yes.
You know what?
Yeah.
Me and my buddy here, we'll take it. We'll take the first post. You guys leave us. We'll be good.
Roll back over.
He just sits directly next to Kadaj.
Whatever way is opposite that, I roll back over.
Zephyr just like pokes Salazar a few times in the shoulder.
As soon as he feels that, he probably shakes awake, and his I think they're called an anka. His anka turns on. The light lights up.
Ooh, that's new.
Yes. What is it?
It's attached to you.
You
You don't know what it is?
He does the whole like.
Just so everyone's clear, no one in the group has a positive int modifier. So if that wasn't clear yet.
I was thinking about that. I think like yesterday or something. I was looking at it and I realized, we have done so much theorizing about this mystery that's going on. None of us are supposed to be that smart.
Well, to be fair,
in character, like
I feel like we're super off. It doesn't even matter.
Oh yeah. I think we're right on the ball.
right now you guys are in the forest with the body of the guy who probably committed these crimes, and you're just like, now what?
What do we do?
Yeah, no, it's like we're like super into it, but then we realize like the answer is that way, but we're like we got it. We know what's going on.
Speak of yourself.
He
Still trying to figure out what a rogue is.
Yeah.
Important things.
So you can sneak and smash open locks, as we've described.
It's me. Zephyr's the rogue.
I make the light go out, and then I realize that I can't see anything, and then I turn it back on, and I say, I need this.
Okay.
And then I stand and I say, where?
What?
Where?
Where what?
Are you taking me?
Oh, back to the group. There's new info. Well, no, we have the same
Just the
info,
same regular info.
but we have new information.
Okay. And I wait for her to walk back to the group.
Just like eyeing his little dangly light, just like.
Just to be clear, everyone who lives underwater sounds like they've smoked 50 packs a day for the past 3 decades.
It's the best. Yeah, well, I'll start heading back to the group, I guess, and like consciously like turning back to see if his little light is still on every so often.
Yeah, you like just see like probably at the 3 o'clock nighttime, you probably see like the little light kind of bouncing with like this face like right underneath it.
Just like
Terrifying.
And to clarify, it is the light cantrip, so it is that bright.
sweet. It's nice and bright.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna blind yourself, are you? It's so close to your face.
That's why his eyes look like that.
Why they're on the side of his head and on the front.
Yeah.
Precisely. Also, I don't really understand fish, so if anyone can explain that to me.
We'll look it up later. My search history probably looks terrible from all the times playing D&D. Like, how long does it take a body to rot? And then my FBI agent's just like, what's going on here?
Elodius, can you explain
Okay.
all the new stuff?
Round 3. While people were sleeping, saw some torch lights coming by. Woke up Kadaj, so we could go check it out. one of the people I had put to sleep before, but snuck away while we were dealing with Alrin. Went back to the town, and he gathered up a search party to come find us. And we all heard him saying something about what we did to Alrin, and said we burned the inn down, or the tavern down. So, you know,
like a picture frame.
God.
God, why do you?
Yeah, just like a picture frame. This guy gets it.
Why do you fish know about framing photos or pictures?
It's the only way they can
Photos,
survive
though.
underwater. What do you think?
Haven't you heard of
don't-
watercolor?
But framing for a crime, like you blame it on somebody else who didn't do it.
Isn't that just called lying?
Well, it's a specific kind of lying. Trust me, I do a lot of them.
So are you constantly framing people when you're writing your stories?
In a certain sense.
Yes, but actually no. Or no, but actually yes.
Make sure you
Either.
paint my good side.
That does not exist. I don't know.
Is it the opposite side of the one we're looking at right now?
Super handsome on the other side.
I just hit the volume button on my headphones and everything went quiet for a second. I was very
Oh.
confused.
Don't
Exciting.
worry.
Ooh. Mine was at half mast. So I probably shouldn't have turned that down. Did anything happen while I was playing with mine? No?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay, so what's the game plan here? We should try to clear our names, but how do we do that without getting exposed for kidnapping?
Well, I feel like if we expose him for being part of a cult and everyone believes us, then they won't worry about the kidnapping because they'll probably also believe that we stopped him from stabbing himself in the stomach.
You know what we should do? Well, you know what we should do? I got it. We'll say that he was running in the woods and we just happened to find him and that we
tie him.
captured him and then we tied him up because we knew he was the bad guy.
So
Yep.
that would just so happen to be the third time you guys would just so happen to be around some bad stuff
You know,
happening.
sometimes people are just, really in the right place at the right time. And I think they would believe that.
Yeah, I give everybody one, maybe two, but okay.
If we're able to explain what he's doing, would the fact that we kidnapped him matter?
Maybe.
Depends on who you're telling it to.
We also don't know who to trust.
Right. I don't know how much the townsfolk like Alrin. They might really like him.
It seems to be the members of the church. What about the guards?
What about the guards?
Do we think they're in on it?
At this point, I feel like every single person in this town is in on it.
Or they
Not
don't
really.
need to be in on it if they just think we're lying.
That's true. I feel like it just us bringing him to the whole town and saying, "Hey, this is what he did." I feel like that's not going to work.
Also,
Yes.
who lit his tavern on fire?
Probably the people who, if I
Cultists?
had to guess, probably the people who got away when we were apprehending Alrin.
And sorry, Dylan, just to clarify, how many people got away when we were apprehending Alrin? Was it just one person or were there multiple? I can't remember. There were two.
There's two. The two acolytes, the same ones that were on the stage during the whole ceremony
them.
of So both of them were, but only one of them were in the little search party.
Okay.
Okay. So probably them. They're probably behind it. So we should. Okay, I got it. We kidnap those guys, and then we do it.
What we should do is go back to sleep. It's 3 a.m.
Too late for that.
You have slept for 9 hours.
It's never enough.
Did Kadash even take like a shift at all?
Yeah.
Because you only did 2, 4, 6, 8.
You took one of the
I
first
think I
ones,
took.
didn't you?
I think I took second.
Yeah.
I
Took second or third.
I took the extra shift of after the full thing had run through because everyone else had took a shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make it sound like we're restricted to an 8-hour cycle. That sounds like a game. When it's night, you sleep. Yes?
I think it's supposed to be when you're tired you sleep.
Are you not still tired?
No, I slept the whole night.
Hmm.
Well, I slept the whole evening into the middle of the night, and now I'm awake.
Well, one of us touched an orb of undisclosed magic and was changed into something else, and now has weird energy flowing through his body. Sometimes rest does the body good.
And it did do your body good. You have a little glowy light now.
Anyway,
Besides, we
Or,
also know that the search party is going to be picking up again in the morning, so we might want to
Right.
move before
Honestly,
the morning.
yeah. I think it's 3 a.m. No one's probably out right now. So we can probably
go.
So if we're being framed for arson, can we go light the church on fire and then it would actually be arson and we wouldn't be framed anymore?
Double jeopardy.
It's still. I think it's still arson.
You gotta wait till you're.
But we won't be framed anymore because it won't be a lie anymore.
I mean, that'll solve that problem, sure.
What does
Didn't
that?
set the inn on fire unless someone had something they want to tell the group.
She's making an honest man out of. So.
Is
We may as well
Alrin,
take advantage of it. Sorry,
Is-
go ahead.
is Alrin still in the tree?
Yes.
I want to go over and open the door to the tree, which is a wild sentence to say.
Everything happening in this game, and you're just like, trees that open. Come on, buddy.
He's like all tied up and stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to try doing something that I don't think is going to work because I realize my intelligence or my wisdom sucks. But can injured and unconscious Alrin make a wisdom save, please?
Oh gosh, you sure can.
And if he's unconscious?
I think so, right?
I don't know how that works.
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know if it would be just a regular wisdom or disadvantage or what.
I think it would be disadvantage. Call, you're a rules lawyer.
Oh, I literally just googled the condition. There's nothing about any disadvantages or anything on wisdom saves.
Yeah, I didn't think there was. It's usually like
What-
the physical ones that have disadvantages, not the mental ones.
They automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
So you got a 21.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that passes. So I go in and I open the door and I like that light on my head brightens a little bit as I try to charm him. But knowing that it doesn't work, I just say, will you tell the truth?
So in his unconscious kind of haste state, he's still like tied up. He's obviously like heavily wounded at this point. You can kind of just see his eyes flickering as he like all his strength is mustered to like turn away from you, like turn his head away from you.
Then you shall die in this tree. And I close the door.
It'll make great
Wow.
fertilizer for the tree.
Right?
That's our bargaining chip.
Bargaining
I'm
chip
not-
now.
I'm not-
Ha!
I'm not killing him. Just
You're out of the group.
closing
You
the,
will
closing the door
die
back
in
up.
this tree. That's what you just said.
It was an intimidation tactic.
He's
Edward.
bad cop. Come on, obviously.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Rob has to go in there like, hey, buddy.
Hey, so my friend's a loose cannon, huh?
Don't talk to him. Talk to me. Cigarette? Yeah. Okay. So Kadaj still sleeping. The rest of you conspiring.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, do we have a way to like lock this tree? Which is the dumbest thing that's ever left my mouth.
I don't know. I've talked to you for a couple months now. I don't know.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes the top 10. But yeah, skinfo. Jeez, info. Damn it, Kadaj.
Cannon.
No. That's 100% Dane. That's not me. What was I saying? Info turns to you and says, "What? A lock on a tree? Don't be ridiculous." So,
I mean, like, how are we gonna keep him in there, or else we bring him with us?
I mean, he's tied up.
He can get untied up in a world of magic. Why not?
You raised some good points. Someone's gonna have to stay behind, and watch him.
Oh God.
Now, as group leader, I'm thinking maybe one of the fish.
I have a wild plan.
Okay.
So, what we heard from him talking about Faye was that Faye knows enough.
Right. I
What
want to
if
go to
Faye-
Faye's house. Yeah.
If Faye's not in on it, if we explain it to her and she's against it, maybe we can get her to keep an eye on him for us.
I like that plan.
Right, but it's very early in the morning right now.
Which means no one else will see us go there with a bound and gagged person.
Sure, but showing up at somebody's home with a bound and gagged person, the wee hours of the morning.
See, but if you sneak into someone's house and wake them up instead of slitting their throat in your sleep, that's a lot of trust you've just gained.
Mm,
I think there's a lot of trust you just lost.
But you didn't slit their throat.
I don't think they're gonna. Okay.
but you didn't ask to come in their house, so
Sometimes you need to do things sneaky.
So I just need to grasp my head around this character. Zephyrin knows breaking and entering bad, but frame for arson a little foggy.
Well, okay, but there's no fire underwater. There's homes.
No, you're right.
There's homes.
Yeah.
And
You're
there's
right, okay.
picture frames.
There's picture frames and homes and watercolor
Otherwise, the
paint.
paint would run. So frames make
Okay.
sense.
So here's so rough draft of the plan. We take Auron with us to Faye's house. We go and break in Faye's home, wake Faye up, and hopefully he trusts us enough to believe us and convinces the rest of the town what's going on.
Yeah, we present her with her gagged and bound ex-husband.
How
who
else
has
do you want to see
recently
ex-husband? Am I right?
Stabbed himself.
It's a typical morning.
Hold on.
Wait,
That actually might make it work.
wait.
What?
We have
All of this seems perfectly reasonable to me.
we have a
Salazar, what-
secret weapon. And I point at Kadaj laying down, trying to sleep.
What's your plan? Okay, I like where you're going.
is
What
he
do you?
supposed to woo her?
No,
Hmm.
Dane, the look on your face is just, why did I play Changeling?
This
So-
is probably what Kadaj is doing, like at the same time, just like, oh, here we go.
He
Um,
can look like Aura or Alrin and go to Faye.
Okay, but again, it's very early in the morning.
So Zephyr just wants her 16 hours. So
Too
She
little,
really
too
just
late for that.
doesn't. I don't know that booty calls are really a thing right now.
I guess you don't know Dane's character's backstory.
I mean, I have expertise in persuasion. Booty calls are always a thing.
oh god, that
So-
reminds me of something.
Okay, revised plan. We take Kadaj to transform into Auron, and then we bring him to Faye's house with the gagged Auron, just cause. We go and then we we try to seduce Faye to make her believe what we're saying. Is that what I'm getting? Is this a revised plan now? Is that what we're doing?
I don't know
I-
if seduce was the right word.
I
but I'm
don't
for it.
know that seduction was involved.
Well, that's what it feels like. Okay, all right.
What
So what-
if we don't go inside and we go to her window and throw rocks and we stand outside and maybe play some music?
That sounds like
Check,
seduction.
yes, Juliet. Yeah, cool.
I guess that would
Uh,
be seduction.
Yeah, that would be seduction.
I think
None
just
of these
courting.
avenues make sense.
We leave out the music because that seems unnecessary and attention drawing, but like knocking on the window seems fine.
Why not just knock on her door?
Yo, all right.
Visibility in the street?
Real question. How many people? Oh, Band of Badgers is rating us with 27 people. Hello.
What? That's cool.
I don't know what that means.
So
welcome.
that means Dave is the truest homie and
Thanks.
deserves all the love in the whole world.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
So for people just chiming in, the
Heart.
group is trying to.
I was trying my best. I was trying my best. I was trying.
Worst.
Oh no, that was bad. But you know, the spirit is what mattered. Thank you.
So it's a mystery campaign, and that's what I'm working with. So
You can also do the little finger hearts that are a thing now.
isn't it? Man, the youth are crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. Am I doing it right?
Yeah, I don't
Anyways.
know. I don't know, something like that.
Dungeons and Dragons. Let's do that.
Dungeons and Dragons.
So what was the real question you had, Salazar?
Wait, hang on. Did you introduce what we are? Say hello to our friends.
Hello. So we are Midlevel Crisis. We're an actual play D&D group. This is a homebrew campaign called the Hangman's Oracle. It's a bit of a murder mystery kind of vibe, mixed with future crimes, I guess. The group is coming together to try and figure out what is happening with all these strange occurrences around a town called Thalen's Hearth. Currently, they have a gagged and bound antagonist in this hollowed out tree. They are traveling with a strange informant known as Dante's informant, who just goes by the name Info, who has annoyed Kadaj into a almost comatose state. As they are devising a plan, as they have just been framed for arson and are trying to figure out how they can go about clearing their name and bringing peace back to the town of Thalen's Hearth.
It's not going well.
No, it's a ragtag Scooby gang full of people trying their best, constantly rolling
Yeah,
ones.
it's a total mess.
Yeah.
All right. So our plan is no seduction or seduction.
Seduction
No
may
seduction.
or may not happen. Seduction's on the table.
So,
Connections on the
but,
table.
but we're gonna change into the guy that we have gagged and bound, but also bring the guy we have gagged and bound.
Yes.
So there's gonna be two of him.
What if?
Well, I'm
okay,
not-
so what
we're
if
not
Faye's
leaving
not
the
into
street.
this?
I don't know we need to use Kadaj's particular power of this because I don't know if he'd be able to convince the ex-wife of someone that he's them.
Okay,
Do
then
my
the other
best.
guy. What's the other one?
Aura.
Aura. Thank God.
You are still wearing Aura's clothes.
Right.
Just
Seem to be
to
pretty
catch up,
close to her already.
Kadaj is a changeling who is now being coerced into solving the mystery all by himself. He's the key component. He also was only brought into the group because he wanted a free meal, as everybody else. The campaign started with this tragic shipwreck that looks like it was premeditated. They went to save people on board. There were no survivors. And Kadash just kind of like stood in the background, like, I definitely helped too. And just did it to get a free meal and is now stuck in the middle of this, not sure what to do next.
Well, it's really his own fault. I mean, if he hadn't wanted the free meal, he put himself in this situation.
Oh yeah, this
Sure.
is just 100% the realization of the consequences of your own actions.
Mhm.
It's not even a D&D game. It's just reformation for Dane as a person.
Yeah, mid-level crisis is really just Kadaj's like inner turmoil. Like, well, I did this for food. Like, this is my
Yeah.
life now.
Yeah,
I
this
guess.
whole thing is his inner monologue.
Hence the name, I guess. So,
All right. So
it's really coming to fruition.
all right. Okay. Do we wait until morning then, Zephyrin?
I think that would be probably the most appropriate.
But
Why?
if we wait, then the search party will be looking for us.
Here, what if we're already there-ish by morning? So we're not here anymore. We're there. But we
Then
wait
when-
until morning to disturb. What's her name?
But
Faye,
Faye.
how far
Faye.
how far outside of the town are we?
Wouldn't that make them? Oh, sorry. You're good.
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay. So, you're. Gosh, I think I said this last session. So, about an hour's walk outside of the town.
Okay. What if tonight we flank the town? We stay in the woods but move elsewhere.
I feel like if we went to the town, wouldn't that make it so that they would find us like 10 times easier?
But what he's saying is you don't go into the town. You go. So, the forest
Oh.
surrounds
The town.
Thaylen's Hearth.
Around
So, you
it,
go around
yeah.
the forest to roughly where Faye's
Yeah,
house.
so
Am I
that way-
explaining this right?
Yeah. So that way, like in the morning when we do go into town, we're not walking past the search party like, "Hey guys, we're just gonna go talk to somebody. We'll be back in a second."
Hey,
you know?
yeah. Would you be right back here to search for us? Just 5 minutes. So,
Yeah.
Can we
Nice.
put this on hold for a minute? We'll be back.
Yeah. All right. I like that. So, okay. Finalized plan. Here we go. Do we or do we not take Alrin with us? Because I don't trust info
Are you
with
guys
him.
having this conversation out loud?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so
Right
Info's
now.
just like, hey guys, I mean, I'm gonna stay with the tree no matter what. I get this is a good spot. So
Did
Like I was saying.
somebody mention a gooman?
Oh. man, we're well past that. We're figuring other stuff out right now. So I'm gonna stay with here. Tree. This is A1 real estate for a guy like old Info. So I'm not going nowhere.
So here's our options. We can either leave info with Alrin.
You can
Which-
trust Info.
Well, and then we can also bring Alrin with us. That way we don't lose him, which could be its own mess. Those are our two options. Or there's some kind of third option I didn't put out on the table just now. Anyone have any ideas?
I'd take him or leave him. I think those are your only options.
Yeah, that feels like it.
What if we like buried Alrin in the dirt and just like
he would die.
No, but just flashback to last session. I think it was Zephyr. What is it you think happens to people when they're buried? They regrow.
They regrow.
Zephyrin is a Triton and doesn't understand how people work.
No.
Again, there are no people here with a positive int modifier, which will become very abundant very soon.
Rob will literally just have the exact same like poses I'm having right now. It's like, nope, we're not doing that. That's not the option.
That's brilliant. Let's do that. So,
well, we could hide him. Nobody would see him or hear him. I don't think. Can you hear people in the dirt
Well,
when they're
they'll be dead.
regrowing?
No, they'll be dead.
They can't breathe if they're buried.
don't you guys have a straw in your dungeoneering pack? You can just kind of.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I got it right next to my rope.
Well, you've got a quill. Quills have like you could just empty the ink out of the quill and then like they're hollow.
Would you leave your sword behind?
Ass quill, like.
No, Zephyr
look at
also
this
does not
thing.
understand how a quill works. So.
Okay, so I'm going with the idea of bringing him with us and just try to keep him out of sight, some way somehow. Anyone
I mean,
else?
he is out of sight. He's in the tree.
God. Okay.
Could I just gonna roll back over and be like, wait, is one of these options info staying back with Alrin behind
That's-
the tree?
Right. It doesn't sound like a real option because it's not.
No, it's I think that's a sound option. Info is very brave, and I'm glad that he's volunteering for such an important task. He should
This
Who are
is
you?
stay. He should
This-
stay.
This is
Kadash.
exactly why Kadash is my best friend.
Kadash,
Kadash.
info is staying behind regardless of where Alrin is.
Oh, I'm on board. That's perfect.
I know.
So brave to watch this camp for us that we can come back to. What a kindred
I'll do
soul.
anything for this group.
Thank
So,
you. And
He's
then I
actually
roll
just
back
doing it
over
for
and be like,
free.
all right, I'm fine with whatever.
I think we should take Alrin.
Thank you.
We don't
I
really have
agree.
the time to come back here when how far we have to go. I mean, it'll be almost morning by the time we get to there.
And Skinfo here already does not trust us. He believes that we have been picture framed and that what if he tells the acolytes that what our plan is?
I think he doesn't believe we've been picture framed. I think he believes the information outside of the frame.
Info,
You know what?
can
I'm
you
just glad
please
this.
describe?
So I think it's pretty curious that you always seem to be where you need to be. But maybe that's just how we are as a group, you know? We're heroes. So
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Enzo.
he's
Yeah.
imprinting
Yes,
himself hard.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So we should go before sunlight.
I swear I'm gonna stop playing with my hair soon. Jeez. Okay. You're going before sun up?
I mean, yeah, otherwise we won't make it into town before there's a bunch
Right.
of people around.
We should, yeah, because we're gonna. Okay, so we're gonna take Alrin. We're gonna bring him with us. We're gonna go flank the town to Faye's house. Then Kadash is gonna turn into Aura.
I really don't think that part's gonna help.
It's gonna help. It's gonna be a good idea.
I
And
don't.
what?
I
Just
don't-
watch. Watch. Hold on. It's gonna work. And then he's gonna.
Wait, can he look like just a regular commoner? Maybe from where you were from before, Kadash.
Why?
Turn into Dickless.
Why can't he
Somebody,
just look like himself?
because people are looking for us. If he
don't
goes
really
in
see
looking
his
like
face.
somebody that we haven't seen before, somebody not from Balin's Hearth, maybe he can get by easier and also not alarm Faye when he goes and speaks with her.
Well, would Faye let any random person just go on in and talk to her like that? I mean, probably, right?
Wait, alright, so does your plan actually involve just walking right into her house instead of like knocking on the door like a gentleman?
See, well, okay, no.
I mean,
See, that's why. That's
We're
why we
framing
need
in the
his.
window.
That's why we need Kadash to turn into Aura, so that way we can get in. You know what I mean?
We could just knock on the door like a human
Right.
being.
We could knock on the door and it would work because he's Aura. See, she would let us
guys,
in.
I think you're really underestimating the power of an elegance bard. Like, if I need to go in a place, I'm probably gonna get in there.
Okay, but like breaking in or like by knocking the door.
By talking, probably.
Also, okay.
No
All
one
right.
has ever been inside Eddie's house. He's having a really hard time.
He's like,
Eddie doesn't have a
just let
door.
people in.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like if someone random walks like it's like, hey guys, waltz on in and just talk to you. It's like no.
Have you never played any Legend of Zelda game? You walk in,
Yeah,
you
come on.
smash the pots, and they're just like, hey, there's stuff going on here. You're
Hey,
like,
there's
All
money
right.
in this pot. It's mine now. Bye.
Okay. Last version of the plan. No one, no one interrupt and say anything stupid. No. So we go. Okay. We take Auron. We flank around to Faye's house. Kadash morphs into someone. I don't care at this point who. So it's less likely we get caught. We knock on the door of Faye's house. Faye lets us in. Hopefully, Faye isn't in on it. We explain what's going on to Faye, and hopefully, Faye convinces the entire rest of the town. Am I leaving anything out?
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to.
This is the price for the free meal.
Yeah.
You have to earn your keep.
You should have thought twice before transforming into Aura. You should have thought twice.
to be fair,
we could've
Kadash
kept
has
the
done
whole
some pretty impressive moves.
Oh
You
yeah.
kept the changeling thing
Yeah.
secret the whole time. No one
Yeah.
would have asked you to do anything with it.
Yeah, true. Except pick locks, apparently.
Yeah.
The final
Okay.
session, you actually show us that you're a changeling.
So, all right. So who is in on this plan? Who agrees that this is the best course of action? Kadash, keep your damn hand down.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
So no
Wait,
one
you,
just
Let's
I mean, I
You-
don't know that it's the best plan, but
I don't think you know how volunteering works.
you
but-
want us to agree with your plan, but then tell Kadash to not raise his hand in agreement?
Because he's not gonna. It's like so keep your hand down, Kadash. And I know it's gonna. Just do the plan. Let's do it now. We're doing it now.
I don't know
Info
where
just
you
like
want
raises his
somebody
hand like, we're in this together, buddy. Me and you. This is
We
me and my
spent,
best
like-
friend, Rob.
We spent like 30 minutes talking about this.
Yeah, we're an hour and 10 in.
We need to actually do something, please.
Okay.
Do we have? Does anyone have any other better plan than what has been proposed so far?
No.
Please.
So the plan is to bring Alrin's body with you.
Yeah, this is a bad
Yes.
plan.
And you're just going to bring it into town.
No, we're going to flank the town.
Yeah, but to get to Faye's house, you're going to have to go at least moderately into town.
Well, yeah,
as
I
she
guess.
likes it. I
We
just want
just
to know
hide
exactly.
him in a bedroll, and we'll just
Yeah.
like
It's a dead
it's
horse.
a potato sack.
We
That's
can
better.
wait outside of town, and when Kadaj goes in, he can bring her to us.
But if we want to get her to keep an eye on him for us, though, then he's gonna need to go into her house.
Kadash, can you change what Alrin looks like or just yourself?
Just me, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I guess, so I don't get volunteered for other things, but
Okay.
All right, so you guys got a game plan.
I guess you
Sort
could call
of.
it that.
I mean, if you want to call it that, yeah, we have a plan. It will backfire.
Oh,
Oh.
100%. This
Oh,
is
what I'm
D
here
and
for,
D.
buddy.
What doesn't?
I'm thought of 3 ways to end your lives already. So,
Only 3.
Oh, great.
well, I deviated from how I was originally going to do it, so gotta reinvest some time into your unfortunate demise. So, you guys want to start heading around now? You're waiting till you're not waiting till sunup. You're going now, so you can get there by. If it's roughly an hour, you'll be there just after 4 a.m. Or do you want to wait until like some generally conscious hours of the day?
So I think
we
we're
should
gonna
be there before conscious hours because
yeah, and
Yeah,
then we can
other
hang
people
out
will be
there
awake
until
then.
conscious hours, and then just immediately sneak over to her house.
I like it.
Okay.
we like wake her up because we don't want other people getting up and going around when we're going and doing this.
Oh, I had a thought.
I had a thought.
Share it
What
with
if
the
we-
class.
What if we unbind Alrin but knock him out and then be like, Faye, we found an injured Alrin. Help us.
I like that. We should do that. Hold on. Should we use that?
Why does
as
he have a
plan?
hammer mark on his forehead?
Should we?
And do you have a hammer?
Should we?
Hides hammer. Like, I don't know.
Should we? Should that be the main part of the main plan, or should that be a backup plan, in case the first plan doesn't work?
I feel like we can't go from first plan to backup plan in this case because
Yeah.
we'll have a tied up Alrin, and then
I-
we can't be like untie him and be like, oh, we found him like this.
Well, no, because can you imagine that conversation? You'd be like, "Oh no, we found. Oh no, Alrin, he's unconscious. We found him. By the way, he's actually the worst. Like, I don't think that's gonna fly, like, at all."
Guys, I think the appropriate thing to do right now, when we talk to Faye, we tell her honestly what is going on, and worst comes to worst, we have 2 hostages.
Oh my
The most dangerous part of this plan is just getting there. People are looking for us.
But they just stopped looking for us, so they could pick back up in the morning, which is why we should go before morning. We should go.
We could go right now and follow them into town so we know exactly where they all are.
And weren't there quite a
Weren't there quite a few of them, though? I'm sure they have different houses.
They left well over an hour ago. That all kind of transpired around 2 a.m. It was 3 at this point, so you guys kind of stayed up until Info woke up and poked his head out of the tree, which was over an hour in between that. I'm not just shoehorning that in. That was what happened. I'm not just like, I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, they're long gone at this point, so they would have been back in town at this point in time. So they're already back there. If you guys want to kind of flank the town, it will take a bit longer. Obviously, it'll be a bit more of a trek, but that is very well an option as the forest surrounds the entirety of Thalen's Hearth. So, game plan. You guys are leaving Info at the Great Tree, and you know generally where she lives, just outside the on that hilltop of the white picket fence outside the residential sector of the town. So you guys make your way now. You're not waiting until morning. Okay, so you start your trek through the forest. Info says his heartfelt goodbyes. Like, I guess I'll see you guys in what, 3-4 hours? I'll just stay by the tree.
Absolutely.
And nobody says anything.
Right back.
All right, so he kind of like closes himself in there. Who's grabbing Alrin as you're walking?
I can do it. I grabbed him before.
Yeah, so what was your carrying capacity again?
I can handle it.
Oh, just checking. You had a rough day, big guy. So.
No, I didn't. I'm currently not carrying anything.
He literally just woke up.
Yeah, but the past 2 days were wild.
Is 240, and I'm currently holding 40 pounds, apparently. Don't know what weighs 40 pounds, but...
Your shield? How much? You have your shield?
My shield and my sword are both 25.
Okay. So then 15 on top of that? What else you got?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. I can't pull him.
Okay. So, you guys start making your way around the edge of the forest. Are you guys walking just through like the thick area that you are now, or are you going to try and get closer to the, like as I said, the forest really thickens the further you get into it? Do you guys want to get closer to the edge of the town, or do you want to kind of stay as far out as you are?
I think we'd be pretty safe to go in. I don't if the search party that was looking for us had already gone back home to get some rest before the morning. I think we're safe to go in. I mean, if anybody were to spot us, it would be guards, and they'd be like, "Hey, get out of here." You know what I mean?
Hey, you kids. All right. So, as you start walking, kind of, let's say you make almost like a beeline for it, as you would have to be walking around and then in. You're walking kind of like a diagonal trajectory.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
wait for some. Cool.
While we're walking, though, I want to say to Rob, before, did you say that you don't know what the runes on your sword are?
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you like me to help find out?
How?
I have a new sense.
You're a nuisance?
After resting, I feel more in tune with myself.
Okay.
I'm sure you could tell because I'm now quite the conversationalist.
I sure can, buddy. I'm gonna unsheath the sword and let the runes glow. It's like, if you want to tell me what it says, you can go ahead and tell me what it says.
So
Must
before
you...
we,
What?
so Eddie, you haven't even told me what the runes say. Is this something I'm coming up with, or do you have this all like premeditated?
So, based on my backstory,
Which I do know your backstory, yeah.
right, the sword is from, like, it's not something that was necessarily about his past. It's not really related to it. It's just something that he got from somewhere else. So that's like why he doesn't know. He doesn't know what the runes mean. Like, when he says that, he means it. He has no idea. Like, they can mean literally anything. He has a good idea what it could mean, but he's sure it doesn't. Like, there's no way he actually truly knows.
But I'm just asking you, Eddie. Do you know what it means? Like,
Me? No, God, no.
I think what he's saying is he made up a what is the word, MacGuffin? Is that a thing? For you to tailor for him. So if it says anything, then I think you would be the one to come up with what it says for him.
Right.
Okay, so okay, yeah, I guess that's fair. All right, continue your conversation.
Okay. Must you be holding the sword for it to glow?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
At least as far as I know. Never tried not having the sword.
So, I want to cast Comprehend Languages. And what that is for the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. And it takes about 1 minute to read one full page of text if it is on like parchment or something. It doesn't include it doesn't decode secret messages. Like if we're trying to solve a puzzle or something, it won't decode that for us. But I can read languages, and apparently that means any language. So as he's like holding the sword out for me as we're walking, I want to just like put my hand on it and try to like focus, and that light on my head just brightens up a little bit more, and I'm able to comprehend the language after 1 minute. And I can also, this also lasts for an hour.
Really wish we had more of a conversation about this now, Eddie.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so are you able to tell what the language is?
I don't know, actually. I don't think that's part of it. I think I can just read what it says.
You know what I think? I think this is a great time for a quick 5-minute break. So
I don't know why.
Just life gets in the way. Just everybody take a quick bathroom break, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Another quick shout out to the homies, the sponsors. Check out the Initiative Order, Session Zero Clothing, and Band of Badgers. Ryan, if you want to post some links in the chat below, that would be awesome. And we will come back in about 5 minutes here. 10 minutes? 5 minutes.
Somewhere in
an
between.
undisclosed amount of time will be. Yeah. All right, be right back. All right, welcome back. We have lost Serena to the ether. She has some real life adult stuff to do right now, so Zephyrin will be kind of on autopilot for the remainder of today's session, as they continue to trek back into Thalen's Hearth. Anything that Zephyrin, we could kind of gather what she would have done. Just kind of autopilot her. If something needs to be smacked, you guys still have those abilities, like she still has her hammer and all of the other healing abilities. When you or to fall injured, we'll still play as though Zephyrin were here to heal you or break something, whatever it needs to be done. Cool.
Yeah. Sure. Also, are you going to play her, and also are you going to speak like you have been smoking cigarettes?
Am I going to do the voice?
All right, there it is.
First
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah. Might as well. Yeah, that's Serena. I could file her. I was going to say something to do with some kind of imitation crime, but I don't really know much about them, so I'm going to drop that where it is. So, last before the break, we left off. Salazar was trying to inspect the runes on Rabute's sword, to which we already knew what was on there, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, we've discussed this. We're prepared, Eddie and I. We're best friends. We talk all the time. I don't know why that's so laughable. We'll talk about that later, I guess. So, you cast a spell to read the images, the runic writing on the sword. Are you able to tell what the language is as well, or are you just able to understand it?
I think we said just before the break that I don't know. It doesn't say that in the description, but I think that might just be up to you. I can Google it quick, but I don't. It doesn't specify that. No, it just says I
Kyle.
can read it.
But
What do you think?
What spell is it again?
rule is
languages?
written, it wouldn't tell you the language, but Imfiat is the Imfiat.
Okay. If you're mostly underwater, you wouldn't know too much about human languages anyway. So this is kind of your first trek on the surface, so we'll just say you understand it and you don't know what the language is. Just due to the pure landwalker ignorance. So yeah, so you cast a spell, the runes kind of start to glow again, and you can tell that they say, "So ends the reign of Morcar."
So ends the reign of Morcar.
So ends the reign of Morcar. Yeah.
Okay. Really quick, a quick Google search has told me that somebody has allowed their players to do a history check in accordance with the spell. But that can be for future uses, because you have already said the thing.
Yeah, but like, what experience do you have on the surface of
I don't.
surface languages? Yeah. So
Well, I mean,
it would-
I guess it depends, because one, I've touched this orb and it's done something to me. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you know, let's just veto my previous statement. Yeah, roll a history check. There's a lot that has gone on with your character development the past few sessions, anyways. So
Physical development.
physical and internal development.
That's a 4.
No, yikes.
4 for history check. All you can tell is that you don't recognize it. So.
I'm using these new D&D Beyond dice. I think they're the Frost Maiden one, and when the die is rolling, it's completely covered in ice, so I can't see what it's gonna land on. It's just a surprise to me when it glows. That means nothing to anybody, but it was very frustrating and also stressful to watch this dice or the die roll and not know what it landed on until it was like
It could
3.
Yeah.
Like, okay, good, thank you.
It's like the worst unveiling.
But anyways, yeah, I don't know the languages.
Yeah. All you can tell is that Elodius and Kadaj don't recognize it either. So it's some obscure language.
And one more time, so ends the reign of Morcar.
Yeah, Morkar.
Okay. So then I read that and I say, Rob, this says, so ends the reign of Morcar.
And as soon as he says that, like Rob's like he's already pale complexion, like somehow gets like even paler, and like he kind of looks like he's like in like having a panic attack. And he's like kind of like starting to sweat a little bit. Like
Looks
he's
a lot
obviously
like his picture there.
yeah, like he's like the most like his picture possible, except he's like looks like he's actually super afraid and like he can like collapse any second and like he's like heavily breathing. You know, like a legit panic attack. He's like he's freaking out.
Does
That's
this
it.
name mean anything to you?
Ooh.
He would try like damn it, fuck.
Yeah, idiot, say something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's still having a panic attack. Honestly, he doesn't know what to do. He's gonna like immediately like sheath the sword as fast as he can. It's almost like kind of like as if the sword was like actually he wouldn't even sheath it. He just like kind of toss it almost like as if the sword was like made of like
So,
hot iron.
really quick, are you guys walking while this happens? Or have you stopped to kind of be like,
Yeah.
by the way, what's that?
Yeah, I was thinking we were walking, but at this point, as he's like doing this, we probably stopped. Probably like stopped in his tracks.
And if
Which
he
is-
hasn't did before, Bob would definitely stop walking now.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
And
lieu
you
of-
throw the sword just kind of like randomly into like the distance?
No, like well, I mean not far. Like you kind of like when you touch something hot, you
Chuck it?
well you don't chuck what? Do you chuck things that hot? I mean, I guess. I
I
mean,
think that's Zephyrin asked that. Like, is that what you normally do?
So,
yeah. So yeah, remember she would like treat it as if it's like hot iron. He would just like almost toss it like not too far, obviously, but like he'll as if he's afraid of it. And he'll kind of try to calm down a little bit. And he's like, I haven't heard that name in a long time. How does that? And he'll kind of like pause and like almost like look on the distance, like really in deep thought. And then kind of like stare back at the sword again and slowly make his way over and like pick up the sword slowly, like kind of still scared of it and like sheaths it. And then he'll say, "We're not gonna mention that name again."
So be it. Has this person wronged you?
He'll just say, kind of still like off in the distance, kind of like in his own little world. He's like, in a way.
I have a huge conversation that I really want to have with Eddie. So we'll have that conversation later, I think. I was going to say maybe somebody takes up.
I mean, we can do it right now.
But,
Well,
We want to talk about.
hey, how can I say this? Eddie,
Um,
look into my eyes and just know what I'm thinking.
I have absolutely no idea what you're thinking.
You could just message him too.
Yeah, you could always just message me.
This is
This
very good. Good content.
That's why Kadaj is around.
So I
Start
want
to
to.
listen. I'm the big brain of the group, apparently.
I want to say, Rob, I am not the annoying pest as I once was previously, so I will not bother you with more questions. But is this person how you have your powers?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Sorry, I'm messaging Eddie right now, trying to do some out of game.
I basically just told you that I'm not gonna ask a million questions like Sal did, but I wanted to know if that name is the source of how you have your powers.
No, he's just. You must know he's kind of an old friend. He was honestly. Sometimes he was scary, but I don't know. I guess the memory of him still, and then he kind of pauses and like, it trails off.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, the memory of him is with your sword, whether that be good or bad.
This is a really solid bro moment right now, and I really appreciate this relationship between Salazar and Rob. Homies are there for each other.
And then acknowledging the fact that he doesn't want to talk about it, I just say, shall we continue on with the plan?
He'll kind of like start calming down a little bit, and he'll be like, right, let's keep on going.
And then I walk forward and lead Rob for the first time, rather than wait for him to walk.
Nice.
After you finish your conversation, Elodie's just gonna fall back to Salazar and just be like, "We need to have a discussion about that whole what was the wording you used? Annoying nuisance thing you said about yourself. I mean, you're Salazar now. We used to be Sal. Sal was a great guy. You need to have more confidence in yourself." Like, and just starts going on like that because you said a negative comment about Sal.
Sal is Elodius' favorite thing since sliced bread, which hasn't been invented.
Hey, whole crew. Elodius is like positive vibes.
Sal was also a distant memory.
It's like you're relating on another level and growing closer as a party. That's
I mean,
sure is good.
it was only like 12 hours ago, though.
Yeah, but that's a long time when everything that's been going on has been going on.
Yeah, but 12 hours in fish time, or
Yeah.
Oh
It's
shit, is he a goldfish? How many days does he have left?
Woof.
She's already dead.
or he's already been reborn, I guess.
We continue walking.
Okay. As you continue to trek through the forest, I use the word trek too much. Walking is fine. As you continue to walk through the forest, Sal, you take a step into something.
Salazar.
So sorry, Mr. Big Azar. So Salazar, you take a step onto something that feels like the ground is uneven. As it sinks in, you hear a voice go, "Ow."
Wait,
I stop and say, Zephyrin?
No, could you stop stepping on my femur?
I lift up my foot and just like, without moving, like just lift up my foot to look underneath me.
So there's this small pile of person that looks like a man had been melted down.
Oh, the Gooman.
Gooman.
No.
I'm
Man.
sorry, sir,
Excuse me. Excuse me.
ma'am.
Why do you turn to goo?
Oh, no, that's just my soup bones.
Eat this game.
You're-
Is that your name?
Oh, yeah, no, they call me soup bones now, on account that my bones are made out of soup.
Don't understand this joke.
It's not a joke. I was walking in the forest one day. There was a lady with a cauldron. I was like, "Hey, what are you making that soup?" She started throwing all kinds of stuff in there. Notes. I started telling her, "Hey, that's going to be a bad soup." She had enough of me. Turned my bones into soup. Now I'm like this.
Why do you sound like our friend Skinfo?
Oh gosh, that guy, the guy who stole my tree.
He's there right now if you want to do anything about that.
Oh, I'm going to do something about that the next 10 to 12 hours. You bet.
So what
Is it
does
'cause
this
you need to
look
wait
like?
for your
What can you describe?
It looks
this
like a little
goo?
man melted down. Like all of his bones are just water.
like a puddle of a man.
A puddle of a
Oh,
man.
man.
Puddle of a
Ooh,
man.
man. I think it's
Goom.
A gooman.
So are you just gonna, in this 10 to 12 hour time, just get back up and stop being all soup bones?
Once a day for a short while, the curse lifts and I have enough time to eat and deal with the things I need to survive. So then the curse comes back and I'm turned back into old soup bones here. So
it's a really odd curse.
If
yeah,
you
you're telling me.
if you run out of time before using the bathroom, what happens?
I am too terrified to find out.
I think if I had this curse, that would be the first thing I'd do once I got my legs and lower body back.
You are a braver fish than I.
Well, you're not a fish, so yeah.
Yeah, well, what
The
the hell
bar's-
am I?
Bar's pretty low there, I think.
So I hollowed out this tree so I could be safe in between the times where I turn into soup. So
You seem easier to carry than info. Would you like to come with us?
literally, if I could just get off of the ground, that's all I need.
Do we drape you from a tree?
Whatever you think is best. I get stepped on a lot. You know, people come walking through here all the time. They don't look at the feet when they're walking.
Have you seen anyone in a while?
Not that long ago, just got stepped on again. See this other shoe print? He kind of like gestures over with his tongue, like, yeah, that's not from you.
Maybe we can use forensics to find out who this shoe print belongs to.
I mean, you could also just ask me.
Do you know who this shoe print belongs to?
Someone looking for somebody. There was a bunch of them.
That was not helpful. You are just as knowledgeable as info.
Look, man, I don't want to be compared to that tree thieving bastard. I'm telling you.
I wouldn't want to either. So,
Have
I guess...
you considered getting a bowl?
But when he changes into the person, he'll break the bowl. He would need many bowls.
A barrel.
Oh, a whole barrel. That's
Yeah.
good thinking.
No one can step on a barrel.
I don't know about nobody, but that's a good thinking.
Okay,
Do you know?
there's giants.
Do you know when the curse will restart?
I kind of have a poor concept of time, considering I just kind of lay around most of the day. But sometime in the next 10 to 12 hours.
I meant when you are walking around, can you feel when you will turn to goo again?
There's kind of a build-up. I feel it in my bones, ironically.
So you could get yourself a bird bath and maybe just stand on it before your transformation. And then the locals would come out to the forest to find the magical bird bath that speaks to them in riddles such as yours.
I don't know if you're
Except
speaking of riddles.
It would be a bird bath filled with person though.
A goo
I think
bath.
they've noticed that. Goo.
Well, the last thing I want is birds bathing in me, so.
It happens all the time. Sometimes you find something in your bag of French fries and it looks like a historical figure, and then somebody buys it for millions of gold and puts it into the local museum. I read it all the time.
I mean, he's got a point there.
This
What's a
could
French
be...
fry?
Oh, there's a lot we must teach you. All the stories that you've heard and read and all the songs you've never heard of the great French fry.
It's a delicacy around these parts.
It's just
Well, I mean-
a potato.
I mostly know elven stuff. Are the elves big on the French fries?
Are they big on potatoes?
No.
It's more of a dwarven and a halfling food. Elves are a bunch of salad eaters. Get them out of here.
Well, I'm just thinking if you wanted to make some money, maybe make a shrine when you have your legs working. And then when you are goo, people can come to you for advice and for wisdom.
Oh, gosh, I got a lot of that. Let me tell you. Mostly right now, I mostly make money through kids' birthday parties.
How?
Tell a lot of-
Please explain how.
I tell a lot of soup-based jokes. Would you like to hear one?
I would
No.
like to hear 3 soup-based jokes,
No.
please.
All right, just for you,
Salazar,
Fred.
wait.
Since you've traded me so much good information, you get 3 soup-based jokes.
Was that one of them?
Nope, I got more.
Oh.
How
the
do you-
soup base?
How do you know you're eating rabbit soup?
You have already killed the rabbit, and you have ground down the bones, and you have skinned it, and you have put it into a bowl, and you have churned it up yourself, and then cooked it, and then you begin to eat it. Yes, this is the answer to your riddle.
Oh my god, where's Faye?
No, you find a little hair in it. Ayo.
Ah,
I got 2 more for
2
you.
more,
Oh my
please.
god.
What did the duck eat for lunch?
I don't know the duck, so I would
Well-
not be able to ask it.
He ate soup and crackers. Heyo.
I don't understand this one.
Lastly, how do you turn soup into gold?
This is impossible.
You
Oh,
sell it.
You put 24 carrots in it. Heyo.
Carrots, that doesn't make any sense. This is a vegetable. This is a root vegetable.
Look, man, it's the best I got, okay?
Only the first one was a good joke, and it was because you caught me off guard. This is a huge waste of our time. We have a lot we should be doing.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Hang on, my internet is glitching.
You just... Good.
Oh,
He's got
Well,
second bird.
oh,
Fair enough. Oh,
Oh, Ryan, you
there we
moved.
go.
Oh.
beans. So that was a mess. That was a nightmare. My internet just crashed.
Hey, it wasn't my fault this time.
yeah. I mean, the stream's still going, right?
It wasn't
it's
for a
us,
second.
right?
Everybody's rearranged. So if you want to keep talking your jokes, I'm gonna rearrange everybody in a second.
You want more soup jokes? I got more soup
And
jokes.
I don't.
I mean, on Twitch it looks...
Oh,
I mean, it look-
on
oh.
Twitch they were still in the right order.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm.
Oh, now we're
Zephyr,
not.
And Dylan is Roleplaying.
Now we're-
You actually just made everything worse.
Who's
No,
who
I haven't
now?
moved anything yet. I'm moving it right now.
There's a
Oh,
delay
it
on
was-
Twitch.
Oh, that's weird.
So Ryan would have seen it before the rest of us.
Oh, no, I'm the DM.
Okay, now you start telling soup jokes, Rob.
Oh, okay.
You better include one about soup base.
Oh
I
god.
missed it somehow.
You got to do the voice.
I can't do the voice.
You just got to do the voice. Do your best.
I don't even know any soup jokes. Hold on.
Just how about I mixed laxative into alphabet soup. I got verbal diarrhea. Ew. They're all roughly
I
in that.
I'm in hell. All right. So we should be good to go.
Oh dang. I was just about to do a soup joke. Oh well.
No, you got to do a soup joke.
I don't have a soup joke. I was kidding. Anyway,
How? I can send you some. I have a bunch written down.
I
Why?
literally looked it up. Like,
Dylan, when you say you have a bunch, can you give us a ballpark about how much of your life you put into soup jokes for us?
My character on Among Us is named Soup Bones. Like, it's a great deal of my life.
of course
Okay,
it is.
good.
No, I literally googled it, and I was about to do one, but no, not
Alright.
that.
We're good to go. Let's
We're good to go.
Let's do the damn thing.
Save the day. So, he looks up at Salazar and says, "If you want to run into the other search party, that's you're heading in the right direction." But he said it the other way.
I thought we were flanking. We're going around. Didn't they go straight back to town?
They did.
I mean, to be fair, we don't really know because we didn't watch them. But
That's true.
The fact that they're still out is kind of crazy. Well, no, it's not crazy, but it's, surprising.
How long ago was it that you saw them?
like I said, not that long ago, they stepped on me. Some minutes went by, heard you guys coming, thought, hey, maybe this is a good opportunity, and then you stepped on me. That's where we're at.
Well, I hate to get information and leave, but I think that's exactly what we are doing. Yes?
Well, I mean, how we gonna avoid the mob that we're about to walk into?
We would roll a survival check to go wider around the town.
Sorry, could you explain what you mean by survival check in grim detail?
Yeah, Sal, what does that mean?
Well, when you're trying to survive out in the wilderness, you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I've been told.
He has been told that repeatedly, so.
Okay.
It's like a mantra for me at this point, I think.
Yeah. They chant it when they wake up in the morning, thanking their fish god.
And I haven't said it yet, so it was just like bursting out at the seams.
Yeah. That's why it takes so long to get ready in the mornings.
How do
Elodius is shaving.
How do I pick you up off the ground? Do I just handle you?
I mean, at this point, you stepped on me. Unless you're gonna buy me dinner first, I think we've already gone as far as we can go. Just scoop me up best you can. If you feel something, no, you didn't. So.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Elodius, I'm carrying this prisoner. Can you help our gooman here?
Kyle, you're muted.
Can anyone
I
hear
think I'm
Elodius?
No.
Do we have a
There we go.
plan to put him anywhere?
Just on a tree, I think. He just does not want to be stepped on again.
Do you want to be high in the tree or mid-level?
Just off the ground.
Oh, so we're not like throwing you up there.
No, if you throw him up and then he changes back into his human body, he might fall and break his bones that are also soup.
If he falls and breaks his bones, I mean, he can't break his bones. They're soup.
But that would be the worst curse of all. You get your bones back for an hour, but they're broken.
Have
This
you
is the
broken your
dumbest.
bones before, soup bones?
No, I mean, unless somebody breaks them while they're stepping on me, I can't tell them made out of soup. What do you want from me? So
I meant when they're solid. Like, did they reform back together properly if they're broken?
I have very little time to break bones when I am turned back into a human. So, no, I'm not out gallivanting. I am just trying my best to live day to day.
Let's pick him up off the ground and get moving.
Yep. So I mean, so we'll just have to hope we just don't want to run into those people just by chance, I guess.
You could make a survival roll or a survival check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what that is?
Oh, okay. Do we all roll survival checks, or do we just?
Whoever wants to survive, I guess.
Whoever's leading the group, I guess.
I
right?
want to
Yeah.
survive. 15 for surviving. Does that make me survive?
Nope, you died a gruesome death.
I rolled a
It's been good
12
seeing
for
you, everybody.
surviving, so which is pretty average.
Oh, nobody else survived either, it looks like.
Yeah, looks
Nope.
like we're all dead. Game
So-
over, everyone.
Kadaj and Elodius both rolled 15s. You're both going to kind of survey the area, look at like what has been most recently traveled, and kind of veer away from it while still keeping your trajectory around the town.
Yes. That is what we're going to do.
All right, good talk.
Yeah.
So, kind of, are you taking Soup Bones with you, or is he going to be just propping him in a tree somewhere?
Propping him in a tree, I'm assuming, because I don't know how long we can carry soup realistically. And like
Yeah, it's all-
manageably.
It's all dead weight, just kind of moving around.
And I think if
Like
we
carrying around a water mattress. Which is
I
a
think
lot
he was
smaller.
heading towards the tree anyways to confront Info. So if we brought him away from the tree, it'd probably just upset him.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's just trying to like not get stepped on. So if there's a nearby, no, you do you.
We should just throw him towards the tree.
It's just kind of like underhand toss.
Like as close as we can get him, like as far as we can throw him towards the tree. Info's it.
Who has a high strength and wants to throw soup bones?
I don't.
I definitely don't.
I've lost interest in soup bones.
I have a strength of 15.
Yep,
Eat him.
you volunteered.
Oh, okay. I'll throw
Well,
him.
go ahead and yeet this soup, boy.
All right. I yeet the soup boy with the 10.
You just kind of like hurl him. You haven't thrown liquid in a bag before, which is essentially what soup bones is. And he gets like a few feet ahead. He's just kind of like, ow.
There. Job well done. Shall we go?
All right, so you guys can survey the land. You can see like where some of like the leaves and like stray branches kind of been stepped on as people have trekked through them. And you go around that, keeping like a wide kind of spread away from that as you continue your route around the town. That was a question.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that's what we established we were doing before.
Yeah, I just want to see what the plan is. Wait for Rob to get back.
Okay.
All right. So as you continue walking, you start to hear murmuring off in the distance.
Oh, I think that's those guys. I guess we'll just stop. But we're like, if we hear murmuring, we should probably stop where we are and. No, anyone else? Nothing.
I mean, we could continue forward stealthily.
Yeah, I turned my light off.
You can't see without that, right?
No, but it will attract unwanted individuals.
Okay. Do you want to like hold onto a rope or something and we'll just guide you along?
What?
Does anyone have any rope?
No, but we can always hold hands.
What if we just wait and listen for now?
I like that a lot more. I didn't want to hold hands. Anyway,
Hey, you hold the homie's hands. He helped you through a lot today.
that's
I would like to listen and see if I can hear
All right.
the murmur.
So it's very faint from where you're standing, but are you guys just stopping in your tracks and listening?
yeah.
All right.
Probably, yeah. Try not to make a noise.
So you can't hear any distinct words, but you do hear that it's at least two voices, one male and one female.
Can I try and sneak closer to get a better...
Yep, roll
Listen.
stealth.
Trying to show off your horde tattoo there. Make Ryan mad at you.
I play as Horde
Oh.
now.
I
Good.
got a 17 on stealth.
I was scratching my arm, wasn't sure if that was in. It's a full ass Warcraft sleeve. There's an orc there, and I got Sylvanas up here.
Loktar.
Olgar. I want to get Loktar Olgar on my wrist. That has nothing to do with anything. So Kyle rolled a 17 for stealth as he starts to go towards the murmurs. So as you make your way through, you can start to pick up on the fact that you can hear some aggression in the voice before you actually hear any words. It sounds like they're arguing. And as you get closer, you can kind of hear that the male voice is starting to get fed up. He's just like, we should just go back. We should just go back. He's just kind of repeating himself, trying to just kind of derail the conversation.
Oh, I might Ryan stick around to get more detail, or see if maybe I can recognize these people.
Okay, so it's dark and they don't have light. Do you have dark vision?
No, I do not have dark vision.
Okay,
They do not have a light.
no, you can just hear the voices right now. They're far enough away that it's still spotty exactly what they're saying. You could roll perception to see if maybe you recognize the voice.
I got a 16.
16. So, as the feminine sounding voice cuts through during this arguing, you can tell that it does sound familiar, but you can't pinpoint who you think it is, or exactly who it is.
I
To,
have a pretty
the distance
decent guess since I think I know 2 female characters.
All right. So as they continue to argue back and forth, they're going, we should just go back. And the feminine voice just saying, like, I just need to know. And they're not giving away any distinct details, no exposition in their argument, but you can tell that they were with somebody else and that they have strayed from them.
Okay, I'll probably slink back to the group.
All right. We'll just continue that same, let that same stealth roll ride.
Okay.
All right. So you get back to your group with this new information of somebody somewhere straying from a group.
Yep.
So should we move on forward? Or should we wait a little longer just in case?
We should probably wait until the people having the argument move on.
Could you tell who it was?
Well, the female voice sounded familiar. I think I've had a conversation with 2 women in this town. So
Just like in real life. Ayo.
Hey,
Got him.
I've
Is
had
it-
conversations with at least 3 women in this town.
Could it be Faye?
It could be. Whoever it is, I mean, I couldn't see their face, obviously, but whoever it is, they were saying they just want to make sure, they just want to see.
So, as you guys are having this conversation, you can tell that the voices are growing closer.
We may get our chance to see who it is.
I forget, so do any of you have dark vision? I know Kadaj does. Rob, do you do too? I keep thinking you don't for some reason.
Well, I have a good reason not to think I do, but I believe I do.
You definitely do. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I got it. Yep.
off in the distance, Kadaj, roll perception.
I'll do my best.
Pretty good.
Oh, look at that. It's all dirty 20 I got
A
there.
dirty 20.
Finally
pretty-
rolling good when it matters. Not, well, I mean, I don't know how much matters right now, but we'll see.
So, you don't recognize the guy, but accompanied with him is the waitress from the bar that was standing with info.
That was the other female I talked to.
Straight up forgot about her.
Me too.
She wasn't really a key person.
It sounds like it's the waitress.
So, do we? So, is she moving toward us?
Yeah, again, it's in your general vicinity. They don't see you guys right now. They don't have a light source.
I like put my hand on my sword, like barely unsheathing it, like just like a click.
I
Fire
have
rates?
an idea. Is who do I have? Is it Alrin that I have or Aura?
You have Alrin.
You have Alrin.
Is
Aura
Al-
is dead
is-
in the basement.
Right. Is Alrin unconscious?
I believe he was, yeah, but he's also gagged at this point too, so he couldn't talk even if he wasn't.
I want to put him on the ground.
Okay.
Let's move away.
Why?
See what they do when they find him.
But he's our bargaining chip, isn't he? He's like, if he goes at them first, he'll tell them the wrong thing, or I guess the right thing in this scenario, which is that we kidnapped him, which does not look good.
Yeah, I don't think leaving him's the smartest idea.
I mean, our options are they take off the gag and he's like, ah, they're right there. They just put me down. Or they stab him. I think we want neither of those things.
No, we don't. I don't want any of those things.
We'll leave him on the ground for now, just in case it comes to fighting.
Okay.
Fair.
So you set Alrin down, and then what do you guys do? Do you just kind of stand your guard?
I think I want to wait and when they get within when they get close, I will illuminate the area.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other way around this situation, unless you can think of a better idea. I believe a conversation must happen.
I mean, a conversation with these people doesn't seem that helpful.
But we might be able to find out who they're looking for. And if it is us, well, then we will have 3 prisoners.
I don't know if we have the means to carry around 3 prisoners.
Well, you know, could probably talk to them and probably won't risk being caught.
Are you gonna say Aura?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I was gonna say, Kadaj, if you turn to somebody, you could talk to them and they won't recognize you. Just saying.
I think there's too many things happening right now that we don't know about. That, because for example, like if they're part of this cult, and I just walk up to them like, "Hey, what are you guys doing in the woods?" Like,
You could look like info,
I don't want to do that.
but he was bothering.
You would rather die.
He was
mean-
bothering the waitress. She knows him.
Okay, but that's more reason to kill him, if anything.
That hurts my soul thinking about
So-
that.
As you guys are having this conversation, you can tell that the voices are quite close. Like, it's
I'm just
getting
saying,
more and more evident that they're nearby at this point.
if they
They're
attack
taking their time.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They're taking their time. They can't see very well. Those of you who have dark vision can see that they're kind of like feeling their way around as they're kind of like tripping their way through this dark forest at 4 a.m.
Okay. I was gonna say really quick because I was trying to say it before they got there. I thought it's like, oh, 3, 2, 1, they're here. It's like,
No.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
They're stumbling their way through, just
Okay,
being very determined to figure something out.
my bad. Sorry.
Nondescript thing.
My bad. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, I'll turn to Kadash. She's like, now or never. If you turn into one of them, worst case scenario, they attack you, we beat them. Just do it right now. Come on.
We could intimidate them.
No.
I can
Damn it.
scare them and intimidate them.
Again, information isn't on our side in this particular moment. We don't know what they're looking for or what they know and what they don't know.
Hey guys,
So-
if we can hear them, do you think they can hear us?
I believe that time is up.
Yeah.
I am going to act.
All right. So they're talking at kind of a like I said, the male's growing quite aggressive, and the waitress is trying to kind of like match the energy. So they're actually being quite loud, whereas you guys are whispering. So I assumed you guys would be whispering anyways, still trying to be stealthy. So
Oh, you couldn't
But-
tell by my character voice? I was screaming at the top of my lungs, actually. I was shouting.
that's about as loud as you get.
Yeah.
So you can hear that they're very close by at this point. The cells are. What is it that you wanted to do? You're
Okay,
just-
so F this, because I don't know what's going on. We're out of time. They're moving towards us. I want to take a few steps forward, but like really quietly and slowly, and then kind of just crouch down really low and extend my light and then turn it on so that way it's like illuminating outward and sort of exactly like what the fish itself would do, where it's kind of like drawing something in but also doesn't show the face underneath it.
Yeah, so you're kind of like in a music video when they like kind of place the light in front of something to kind of just get like the shadows behind you or whatever. Everything behind it's just dark.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically, like if you're walking through the dark and a car turns its headlights on.
Okay. So, you extend your light, you shine it, and now you can kind of see these two people illuminated about 25, 30 feet away from you. They're quite close at this point. Just kind of holding on to the edge of a tree. They stop mid-step as they're trying to like navigate themselves through this like over like thick forest. They just kind of stop and stare in shock, looking towards the group. So they're just like, "Hello."
Do they have any weapons?
The waitress doesn't have anything in her hands. She was just propping herself up against a tree to try and climb over a log in front of her, whereas the gentleman with them just immediately puts his hand to his side.
I want to say, you will go no further.
They just kind of like completely terrified at this point, just kind of stop and shaking, staring into the light. They have nothing to say at this point.
What brings you out here?
The waitress just kind of like leans forward. The waitress just kind of leans forward and says, "We're looking for the people involved in the burning of the tavern."
And what will you do if you found them? Kill them with that weapon of yours?
The waitress looks over at the gentleman with her, looks back towards you guys, very startled, quivering in her voice, says, "That depends who found you first, or who found them first." Sorry, she doesn't know it's you.
I don't know what that means.
So she is kind of starting to think you're them at this point. She is like still very much terrified, not sure what's going on, not sure where this light's coming from, but trying to save all options. She just says, I don't think that they're the ones who did it."
Inside check.
Cool. On both of them or just her on that comment?
Shit. Just on that
You
comment.
believe her.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the most truthful anyone's ever been to Salazar.
I want to say there is more going on inside of your town than anyone is aware of.
So this point, the guy just kind of steps forward and is like, "What do you mean?"
Place your weapon at your feet and step forward.
He reluctantly pauses and unclips a dagger from his side and places it down, and then they both start to walk towards the light.
As they get a little bit closer, can I tell if she has any weapons on her at all now?
You don't see anything on her.
Okay. I want to stand up now to my full height, and lower the light a little bit more to illuminate like my face.
So it's like overhead almost at this point.
Yeah, basically like just that.
Okay. So as the light goes over your face, you can tell two very different reactions from them. The almost relief rushes over the waitress, whereas the guy kind of stops in his track and steadies his feet.
You have no reason to be afraid. I look like this monster, but I assure you I mean no harm.
He immediately embraces you. He's like, "You look like a monster because you are one. You're a murderer."
If that is the case, then you wouldn't have laid down your sword. You know that we are not murderers. You know that we did not start any fires. You also know that we are being picture framed.
Very confused look on the waitress's face as you say that. But
Just to be clear, Salazar knows that it's not the phrase, but he says that anyways in an effort to help win over, like, a person that says something like this wouldn't be capable of what this, like, is going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like a
that's his whole like.
Well, like,
I thought you were gonna say something, so I didn't say my thing. But you're just
Oh.
like, yeah, I couldn't do nothing to nobody. Like,
basically,
yeah.
basically like coming off almost as stupid, knowing that that's not the phrase, but he says it anyways. Just to be clear for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. Cool. So the waitress kind of like looks confused, but again, she's still very relieved. She is kind of stopped her trembling a bit, but she's still a little off put. But the guy is just doubling down. He's just like, you burned down the tavern, you killed Aura, and no one knows where Alrin is.
I think Lodius will step forward now, and we actually do happen to know where Ulrund is, and we happen to know who actually killed Aura.
And we are going to find out who burned down your tavern. Everybody is against us. And it seems as though more and more people are getting to be against us as well. We need more allies on our side to figure out what is going on.
So the waitress just steps forward. It's like, you know where Alrin is? And just kind of like ignores everything else. And they're both just kind of like hopeful at this point. They're just like, oh, maybe it isn't as crazy as we thought it was.
Yes.
Well,
But I assure you, this... it does not look good.
What do you mean?
Alrin is in on what is going on in your town. He attacked us in the woods. His friends are framing us for what happened, and our only answers that we have are from him himself. He tried to kill himself with his own dagger, and we brought him back to life because we are not murderers. You can see the wounds yourself, but if you were to ask him yourself, he will tell you only lies.
The waitress is still just kind of very perplexed, not really understanding what's going on. You can feel that she's very much in the dark with a lot of this, but you look and the guy is just kind of standing there, almost trembling. He's holding a fist in his left hand and just not looking up at you anymore. He's just staring down at his feet.
I want to take out my sword very slowly and say, as a sign of trust, you did this, and I will do the same. And I put my sword down, and I just take one slow step towards them.
The both of them kind of take a step back as you do this. Very different reaction from the two of them. The waitress is kind of like almost like opening it up to you. Like she kind of like turns her body as though it's like a conversation that you're having with a group, letting you into the circle. Whereas the guy is just backing away from you, still very steady in his stance.
I want to say, do we know the waitress's name? Because we were like
you have
living.
not asked it, no.
But we were like living there. Would we have known it just from?
Yeah. So I guess if you had seen her around the tavern, you may have asked her name in the past. I don't know how often you guys ask waitresses' names in real life.
Sal probably would have been very respectful.
Yeah, just like, hey, thanks for bringing me bread. Who are you?
Well, I think he would have introduced himself like his first day, being like, "Oh, I'm here looking for my pack.
Are you
Are
in it?
are you our pack? Are you?"
Yeah. Can you be my mother? Well, I can assure you that she has a name, a really good one.
Hmm.
A feminine name.
Composed of
All
letters.
the name, consonants and vowels.
Letters.
Probably.
Yep, there's letters.
Both of them, really. Well, it's Elven, so she has an elf name because she's an elven woman, kind of slumming it.
And that
So
name is, of course, a name.
it's not, of course. That's a ridiculous name.
Nice, got it.
Yep. Thank you. That's hard to pronounce, but that's not her name. That starts with an A. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, her name that I've had all along.
Something else that sounds like Aura and Alrin.
Alvin.
Something else in that vein that we can confuse.
Her name is not Aura or Alrin. Don't be ridiculous. We're using that name already.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Her name is Thesina.
What?
Damn it. Nope, this one's easier to pronounce. Nope, yeah, Thesina. There we go. Thasina, which is her name all along.
Right. So I want to just take that slow step forward and be like, Thesina, you know me. I've been at what is it? The tavern called?
The Knights Fen Inn.
I've been at the Knight's Fen for a month. I've been living there. My stuff was there. I ate your food there. I mean no harm. You can trust me. And then I want to look at the guy and I say, Sir, my name is Salazar. I am trying to help. All of this looks bad. And that was their point. That was their plan all along. We need allies.
One second, really quick. Could everybody roll perception?
Mhm.
Got an 18.
Also got an 18.
I got a 21.
I got a 16.
I'm gonna try to roll for Zephyr and see if this works. Well, Zephyr got a 9.
Zephyr notices nothing.
Every time I roll on D&D Beyond with those dice, it does like after the effect goes away, it does like a wind, like a it confuses me
Ice
every
wind?
single time. Yeah.
All right. So after you ask yet again for these two to be your ally, there's a silence as the guy that's with her is almost refusing to acknowledge you now. He's still trembling a fair bit, hands still clenched in fists. And in this moment of silence, you hear the crack of a tree branch behind you.
I don't look. I don't turn around.
Okay.
I mean, I'll turn around and check what that is.
So, Elodius, you look over your shoulder to see those same orange lit flames coming back towards you guys, maybe 50 feet away at best.
We need to be quick. I know one of the acolytes was with them. The acolyte was with Alrin when we saw this go down. I look at the guy that's there. It's like, I know it's hard to take our word for it. It's people who've been here for moments compared to Alrin, who's been here for ages. But all we've tried to do since we've come here is help. Alrin and these acolytes and some other people, we don't know who they are yet, are trying to do something awful. We have some details, but we still need to figure out more. If you can help us, then we can maybe stop some of these deaths from happening.
The two of them kind of share a look, the guy and the waitress, and she just kind of like nods, and he says to her, "It's like, if you'll go, I'll go." And then she looks up at you, at Salazar, and says, "Okay, we'll come with you, but follow me."
I want to just be like, okay, but like I said, this is going to look bad, but you need to trust us.
Whatever it is, we trust you, but we have to go now.
So I turn my head with the light to illuminate Allren on the ground, tied up and gagged.
Audibly, she gasps, and the guy goes like, "What did you do to him?" Like, loudly.
Take my sword in trust, and I will explain when we get there. And I just pick him up and I turn back around.
Okay. So he kind of stammers for a second, like looks in absolute disbelief, picks up your sword, and then follows as Athena kind of runs off southbound back into the thick of the forest.
How far away is the group with the torches?
They're encroaching now. They're probably about 40 feet away at best. They're close.
Shit. How? What time is it?
So just after 4 a.m. You do have a fair bit of cover.
I'm worried about the light. I need to be able to see, but I want to also turn the light off so they don't see where we are.
See this little fish like popping through.
I mean, it's
as he's running and like bounce wildly back and forth.
It is the light cantrip, so it does shine bright light.
Which is probably what they're attracted to right now.
Bright light in a 20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20 feet. So if they're like 40-ish feet away, then I have to turn it off.
Yeah, you have seconds to decide.
I turn it off.
Okay.
And I grab onto Rob's shoulder. Wait, do you have dark vision?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Two of you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I got it.
I say, I will not hold your hand, but I do need you to lead me.
Everybody get their running buddy.
I'll turn it back up. You got it. And
Who's Destina's running buddy? Because she was like running off ahead in the dark.
She's
she's an elf.
Yeah.
She has dark vision.
They're both elves.
Oh, then why couldn't they see in the dark?
They're stumbling. They're not very
Adventurous.
well-traveled people. Yeah, like
Okay.
they don't go out of town very often.
That just makes dark seem like dim light, so it's like still a little weird.
Yeah, but I mean, walking through a forest in dim light is still a hard thing to traverse, in my opinion. I don't go into many dark forests, so. Sorry?
Disadvantage, so.
Yeah.
So anyways, we follow.
Okay. So, everybody, does Zephyrin have dark
He
vision? I
does,
guess
yeah.
I could check.
I pulled her sheet up just to have it in case.
Yeah, I have it
Is
here as well on
needed.
D&D Beyond. I haven't checked it though. I'm
Yeah,
gonna just keep it open on the side so I know.
She
what
calls
her-
it.
Cool. So she can watch this after. So you guys start making your way. You haven't adventured in this part of the forest at all yet. You've kind of just stuck to the same two paths. As you start going through, it almost seems like the forest is growing thinner again. But you do hear or you do see that the group is following behind as though they almost know what way you're traveling. So the lights are still coming, the light from the torches is still coming in your direction as you go into the forest.
I got nothing.
Ryan.
I don't know what to do.
No?
Yeah.
I guess in
Sorry.
in that sort of answer in game, I guess I would just keep urging to keep moving forward. I don't really know what else to do.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Wait, so hold on. Just to clarify, wait, so the torches are like getting closer and closer? Is that what's going on?
So
They're getting closer and closer, but they look like they're still following your path.
Got it. Okay.
like we're all sort of going in the same direction.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have an idea, and this is going to be possibly dumb. I am going to use Enhance Ability on myself, Eagle Splendor, to give myself advantage on Charisma check. And I am going to try and to disguise my voice, since we are heading southbound, and shout, hey, what is that them? To the east!
Okay. If that doesn't work, I have a backup
So-
plan. I just don't want to do it. I about like that
All right.
idea.
So
Should I make a deception check for that?
please do.
With advantage,
have
I think, right?
advantage.
You do. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright. Okay, so that is a 22.
Whoa. So, you just hear a voice call back, like, who are you trying to sound like right now?
Not a jovial satyr.
Just anybody?
Some town folk.
No, like nondescript, just person.
Yeah.
Okay, just clarifying.
Background character C.
Oh, him from the first session. So, you hear a voice shout back, it's like, split up, everybody else en route, you four with me. So you can kind of see, all you really notice in the background is one of the torches kind of keep going this way, and then the other veer off east.
Well,
Hell
there's
yeah.
1 second level spell slot.
I mean, it worked, so cool. Hell yeah, good call.
I have an idea to get rid of the rest. I just don't want to do it at all.
Wait, they're not following us, though, right? They fanned off in two different directions.
So one of them are continuing on course, which is still in your direction.
Okay,
The rest of
but
them.
not as many.
So you don't know. You know that there was 4 + 1 going one direction, and then a bunch of others going the other direction.
And how
They're
many?
going towards you.
How many were there? Did Elodius see the first time?
Between 9 and 10. It's hard to tell through the obstruction of the trees, but
So we're
roughly that
assuming
amount.
that roughly half of them split off,
yeah.
or at
So
least Ryan is.
yeah. So Elodius and Kadaj, assuming it's the same group of people, would assume that 5 of them are still heading towards you at most.
If you have a plan, Rob, now is the time to do it.
That's the last thing you want to... Okay. Well, you guys can keep on going. I can, like, distract these 5, and I'll be right behind you. It's going to be like 5 seconds. That's
Well,
my plan.
I would like you to elaborate really quick, just so I
Alright,
know.
I fall back. I let them keep on going. I confront the 5 following us. I don't like the plan. I really don't. It's probably going to screw everything over.
I want to just like kind of like, I can't go any farther. I was like, Rob, if you're going to fight them, this is a bad plan.
I'm not going to fight them.
I need you
You're-
to help me see.
Right. Someone else help him see, please. Well, I'm not fighting them, I promise.
Salazar, come with me. Rob, if you're convinced of this, thank you, but we need to keep moving. So,
Just go on without me. I got this.
okay.
You just need,
Salazar, stick with me.
just need a new moving buddy. In my head, I thought that was a Finding Nemo reference. It's a Toy Story reference.
No idea
Hold
what.
up.
Nope.
We're good. Except what happened, moving buddy. Cool. So you stick behind and you wait for the group to draw in closer.
Yep.
Okay. So everybody else, you continue following the 2 elves, and Rob, you stick behind. You can see this group draw in closer. You have dark vision. you can see that there are only 3 of them.
Okay. I'm gonna call out to them. I'm gonna be like, wait, hold on.
They kind of like pause in their tracks and almost like stamper as they stop. Who goes there?
All right. It's me. It's Rob.
Rob who?
Rabute Krasner. Or Kastner. Sorry, there's no R.
Good to know.
I'm. God. Okay. You know. I'm one of those people you guys are looking for.
One of the people who killed Aura?
All right. I'm gonna slide right there.
So you can hear the unsheathing of swords or weaponry. Just
Right.
Like the shing, shing, shing.
We did not kill Aura.
You'll be explaining that to somebody else. And then they just draw in closer to you. The 3 of them
Alright.
go,
I didn't want to do this. All right. Then I'm going.
Sounds like you did.
I didn't. I
You
really didn't.
specifically wanted to do this.
No, I didn't know. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to. Okay, so in my head, I was like, okay, I can either convince them, which it won't work. It's something I wanted to do. It's something I felt like I had to do. I'm going to activate Necrotic Shroud, and they all have to make a Charisma saving throw, DC 13, or be frightened of me.
all right, I'm like leaning forward on the computer here. Oof. Okay, so of the 3, the one holding the torch failed. Another one had failed, but the 3rd one had passed.
I'm trying to think. Is this a thing when? Hold on, just give me like 2 seconds. Oh, jeez. I was just reading.
Jeez.
Oh man, I'm just trying to read Necrotic Shroud and trying to see if it's what I think it is, or if I'm being dumb.
What did you think it did?
Well, I think it's. I mean, it's what I wanted to do with it. I just want to know if it's the ability. Here it is. It is what it is. Okay, so pretty much, when I activated Necrotic Shroud, we are level 3, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Pretty much, my eyes like turn into like pools of darkness, and like 2 giant fucking skeletal like ghost like 2 giant, not giant, but 2 skeletal ghostly flightless wings sprout from my back. And I guess I'll unsheath my sword. It's like, last chance.
So
you have no idea what you're dealing with.
the effect makes 2 of them afraid of you, you're saying? By way of failing charisma save?
Yeah, yep, they become frightened of me. And my hope is that they just run away.
Can you target multiple targets with it?
Oh, right. I was assuming it was a radius, but I'm going to read it really quick again. Everything within 10 feet.
Okay, cool, I'm done. So 10 feet of you or 10 feet of the radius?
10 feet of him.
10 feet of me, yeah.
Okay, so the 2 immediately just taken aback by your new found like ghostly structure. The skeletal wings are enough to shock them, as they already think you're a murderer. They are now horrified at the sight in front of them as you are this like otherworldly being. The 3rd one is just not at all fazed by this. None the wiser that the other 2 had stopped, and he starts to swing his sword at you. So,
Do I roll initiative or?
I guess just you and I will roll initiative.
Sounds good.
All right.
Just to clarify, as you guys are rolling, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is in line of sight, and the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
So you're stuck rooted.
I mean, they can move away. They just can't move
Yeah.
in the direction of Rob.
Right. Yeah, I
At
was
least
trying to look
the
up,
two that are frightened. The other one that passed can do whatever.
So I'm going to roll initiative for the one feared separately and then the two feared together. So there'll be 2 instead of 3. What did you roll for initiative?
Oh, not 20.
Not 20. Okay, so it goes you non-frightened, then frightened.
Okay. The thing is, balls.
Do
See,
a
I
very
said.
good job of convincing them we're not murderers here.
Well, and I knew that wasn't gonna work. I knew it had to come down to using my ASMR ability.
You're an ASMR.
Yeah, can you believe it? That's what it was the whole time. The thing that I told Info. That's what it was.
Basically an angel. Okay, so
Spooky necrotic angel. You know.
Yeah. Dark Angel. I'm just trying to see what spell I want to use. If I want to use. No.
So just to paint a picture of who's before you, there's 3 people, all of which are human. They're just wearing like standard like townsfolk garb, anything you'd see from a random commoner. Various like, tunics, slacks, just open shirts. Each of them were holding a very similar sword. Just each of them drawn short swords, all of the same kind of like build. No real armor. They don't look overly like battle savvy.
Okay. I'm just gonna say I don't want to fight you guys. I'm going to cast Blur. So that now everything has my image becomes blurred. It's like your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering to all who can see you, and pretty much any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against me. An attacker is immune to this effect if it doesn't rely on sight, as with blind sight, or can see through illusions, as with true sight. That is the effect. That's what that does. So everything has disadvantage on me.
Okay. Yeah,
That's-
2
that's
feared
fine.
already had disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. So now everybody has disadvantage. And is that your only action for the turn?
I believe so. Let me just actions bonus. Yeah, I'll do that only for the turn. I don't want to go hardcore on these guys.
Okay. So, that being said, the first one, the non-feared, the person coming towards you with the sword, he, unwavering, swings his short sword at you. Just opening up your profile to take a look at your AC here.
My AC is 12.
12. All right, so 16 hits.
Ugh.
So just to clarify, each of them holding a short sword. So the first one swings at you for a total of 6 damage,
Okay.
ending his action. And now the 2 feared are rolling. Each of them now disadvantage as well.
I thought they couldn't get any close to me now because of the.
No, you can't draw closer to them, I thought.
No, it's the other way around. They
No.
can't.
Other way around.
They
Okay,
can't
so
go
they're
towards the
rooted.
source of their fear.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're not.
so
they're
they,
not rooted. They can move back.
They can run away.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just kind of standing their ground with watching their fearless comrade fight you. The sword still drawn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. Then it would be your turn.
I'll just sigh and like, and you asked for it, and my eyes will turn red as I. Eldritch. Actually, do I have my Eldritch Blast on?
Well, you just had a full rest.
Well, Eldritch Blast is a cantrip. I can just do it. I just want to know if. Yeah, no, I'll just blast him. I'm gonna blast him. I blast.
But yeah, I
him.
was just saying you have lots of options. You just had like a long rest.
Oh, sorry. I
Like,
misunderstood. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying you can do pretty much whatever as long as
Yeah.
you have the spell slots for it.
Yeah.
He's
I'm-
a warlock, so he's half done his spell slots already.
Yeah, but-
rolled a 14 to hit.
And sorry, you are casting Eldritch Blast? Yes. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're striking the one that is striking you. Yeah, you hit him.
Okay. My whatever I roll for damage is gonna be +3 more. It's gonna be 13 damage in all.
13 damage. Okay, so what happens when you cast Eldritch Blast? This guy is done. He's toast. How does this ability look to you?
Pretty much the runes of my sword glow in a red light, and my eyes and my hand glows in the same red light, and I just put my hand out and blast him right in the chest. Try not to kill him as best I can, but that's what I do. I blast him. He's
Okay.
like Iron Man style
Non-lethal
blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, yeah,
Sir, what'd you say?
So
I
the
was in-
non-lethal Eldritch Blast.
yeah. I said like Iron Man style, like how he shoots his hand or whatever,
Okay.
Not
yeah.
not non-lethal plus necrotic damage.
Yeah, yeah, I really,
knock his legs out from underneath him, and he falls and hits his head on a rock, and he just knocked out.
yeah.
So, but you do aim for his chest. So
Yeah, I guess so.
okay. So it connects with him, and he immediately just falls forward and hits the ground.
Oh, I should say though, the 10 damage that Roll20 showed is including the +3 you have.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh, then it's just 10. I didn't, well, actually, is that the 10 plus from being in my ASMR form, or is that from the agonizing
Oh,
blast for
did-
being...
Did ASMR form give you extra damage?
Yeah, my ASMR form gives me +3 more damage.
So it says if
This
you
is,
if you hover
weapon
over it,
thing.
it says 1d10 +3, and you roll the 7 +3.
But we also count, was that the 3 for
So
my...
that 3 is probably just your charisma.
Yeah, I would say because my charisma, because of my agonizing blast. When you hit with Eldritch Blast, you add 3 damage to it deals on hit, and my necrotic one deals another +3 on that. I assume only one of them is being added in, but I could
See anywhere that has
So you have
a damage
2?
boost when they transform.
So it says in the necrotic strat, it says once per turn you can have 1 attack or spell deal 3 extra points of extra necrotic damage to one target. Now is that happening on top? Like does D&D Beyond register that on top of the +3 from the agonizing blast Eldritch invocation, or is the +3 from my charisma and then I'm also getting like +6 more? Like I don't know, or if there's no pluses and I'm being very dumb.
I'm very confused now. So you get +3.
In my so agonizing blast.
He normally gets +3 because of the invocation that he has. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so to
So that's what's
clarify,
there.
when you read Eldritch Blast, it does not add anything, since it's a cantrip. So that +3 is adding your agonizing blast.
Right, and then there'd be +3 more for so it should be 13 because
Correct.
of my
the +3 necrotic because of he turned on his spooky wings.
yes.
Okay. So,
So
but
that it
wasn't-
doesn't register, but
Yeah.
the
Weird.
+3 is the agonizing blast. I think
I assumed that was the case, but I always could be wrong.
as like a side note, I do think D&D Beyond is currently working on like buffs and stuff to be able to register that, but I don't know how soon that's going to be a thing.
that would
so-
also be something you'd have to like initiate for D&D Beyond to recognize that. So like,
Well,
have
you
to do,
have
like,
like,
I ha-
he has like the button on there that says like he's cast it.
Yeah.
So it should, in theory, like clicking that also boost something, but the problem is tracking how long it lasts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if D&D Beyond knows like how to effectively track are you in combat for a minute, are you not in combat for a minute, to know like how that gauges and if the buff
Yeah.
is on.
and it
There's
would also be like varying on game time, so it'd be trusted to like the players in the group
well,
in order to.
what they're working on is putting it into that encounter tracker that they have, so that
Yeah.
way when the DM starts it and that happens, it'll register on the encounter tracker, and then as the rounds go by, it'll show like how many more rounds you have left. Anyways,
I didn't mean to make this more complicated than it had
Fun
to
with
be.
math.
back to it, I suppose. Now that
So
Rob
keep
has
that.
committed an actual
So
murder.
Oh, no.
You non-lethally lit this dude up for 13 damage, including necrotic.
Hey,
Totally
we're not
dead,
murderers,
though.
but I'm for sure
I
gonna
re-
kill this man.
I'm not a murderer. Watch.
He has
Well,
he has a
I never
family.
said I was a murderer. Never said that.
So, watching their fearless comrade die, the two scaredy cats end up running in the opposite direction.
I kind of like look, and it's like, and I just like walk up to the body just to check. Is he dead?
Yeah, you feel him, and he's already cold. You knocked him out pretty good. He's done.
Could I perhaps heal him at all?
That's on you. Like,
Can you?
I don't know. Can I? I'm gonna try it.
I don't know. We don't know what kind of stuff you
I
got.
super kill him.
In theory, he has death saves, correct?
yeah, I mean, in theory, yeah. Like, I've never.
Do NPCs get death saves, really?
I mean, they.
I've definitely done it for NPCs.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
for like important ones.
Well,
Yeah.
This one
Some
feels
rando.
pretty important.
I'm gonna heal.
the circumstance is important, not the NPC per se.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm gonna use
That's
healing
true.
hands to heal him for 3 points and just see if it works.
Hey, totally sorry. Didn't mean to kill you, bud.
Yeah,
My
sorry.
bad. She's not a murderer. I just did the opposite.
I made life.
I'm basically your mother now. So yeah,
Spider-Man scene with "Don't do crime."
yeah. So
Except you were the criminal.
yeah, you heal him for 3 health. Gasps back into life.
Oh, thank God.
Just looking at you, unsure what to say, kind of like flips over to his back and just kind of like pulls himself away from you, still on the ground.
Okay, I know we just had a little bit of a rough thing there going on. As I'm turning off my ASMR form and going back to normal, it's like, okay, for real though, we did not kill Alrin. I gave you a chance. I just beat you into the dirt. Just run. Just run away from here. That's it. Just leave. Goodbye. And I'm gonna go. Oh, hold on. I accidentally pressed this button in Discord. How did that happen?
I don't know. Okay, so as you're explaining to him that he should run, he just kind of like stammers, like looks back at you, looks past you, looks back at you again, and then just kind of like continues to back away, pulls himself to his feet, and runs in the same direction that the other 2 had as well.
Okay, great. And I'm gonna run back to my party as fast as I can. God, that was it.
So, question: have we been moving this whole time, or
Presumably yes. So you're
think-
still
Did we hear any of that?
I guess
Out of
it's only
curiosity?
been like 20 seconds, I guess, right?
Yeah,
18
so-
seconds easy.
18 seconds roughly, which as far as running goes, like maybe I'm just slow, but you didn't get very far, presumably as you're traversing like the forest. So you could very well hear everything that's going on. We're the murderers! Bam! Ah!
Murderer.
Yeah, subtlety.
So as Rob tries to continue to catch up to the rest of the group. So as you're being led through this forest by this elven waitress woman, she comes to a complete halt as the rest of you come up behind her. As before you is a stone-hewn peninsula where very similar markings to the one on the previous grave that you had seen that said "Rise." The same symbols are all around, and there are another dozen people standing in the middle of this circle as Rob slowly pulls up behind you as they turn to see all of you standing there. They say, "Very good. Now we can begin." And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Oops, we fell for a trap.
Just need to clarify, I didn't kill that guy.
Also, just for you, Dylan, my comprehend languages is still up. So if you want to figure out what all those runes say, you might want
They
to
all
write
say
that
"Rise."
down.
All
they
of them
do.
say "Rise."
Okay.
Yeah. So
Guys, I think the people we were following were in on the cult thing.
It's a big cult.
You know, as we were like having one of the conversations, I think it was the second conversation where it was just Rob. I was thinking it might just be better just to turn ourselves in rather than do everything we can to avoid what's going on.
Why?
To figure the shit out from like the inside. Like if basically what's happening is like we're being framed, but also it's basically like if somebody gets a knock on the door from the police and they're like, "Hey, you're a suspect. Don't leave town," and then we leave town. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like there's only so much you could learn from the inside with a knife in your gut.
Well, I guess we'll find out next time when we're bleeding out and dying.
It's murder hobo time.
So you're just gonna come back and be like, "How's the session?" You'd be like, "We are captive."
Yeah, we are prisoners. Anyway, that was cool.
Hell yeah, that's like
I can't believe it's like a 3-hour session, and in the 3 hours we have traveled a mile.
Oh no,
Maybe.
you're like 4 feet from where you slept.
Yeah.
I'm
It's,
kidding.
it's super rad. We're really cool. We're good at this game, I think.
They actually let us back to info. Like, info is literally just on the other side of the circle.
He's
Turns out he was
He's-
behind
he's the big
everything.
bad.
Yeah.
that'd be
He's-
my nightmare.
Really,
If
I thought that'd be
anything-
your dream come true. Like you
Yeah,
get to
that's
kill
it.
info.
Dane, you got when you do that with your hair, you have the light makes it look like you have a gray streak, like Mr. Fantastic. It's a good look on you, man.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, man, you
That's
should
kinda
get old.
cool.
I do
Hey.
have some serious gray under there. It just
Do
it's
you
hiding.
really?
Yeah, it's hiding. It's like all underneath.
Oh,
You
maybe
know,
that
dyeing
is
my
what
hair
I'm saying.
gray on purpose.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Hey, we're still streaming. Let's
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
let's close this bitch out. You know what I mean?
Just real quick, we'll be back again 2 weeks from today. Thank you all so much for checking it out. As they tried their best to make their way out of a forest and went back deeper in it. So thank you again to Band of Badgers, the Initiative Order, and Session Zero. We can throw some links down in the chat below, and they'll be in the description when this is on the internet. Thank you again. We'll be back on the exact date of March 21st with Serena joining us as well. Again, you can use the discount code CRISIS to get 10% discount on your order for Session Zero. I highly recommend checking out all the great content from Band of Badgers and the Initiative Order. Thanks again, and we'll be back soon.
Ready to kill that guy?
Bye.